Yeah, this is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in with a welcome collide. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Uncle Freezie vibing all night and all day. Big pizza, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is soul finger. DSJ always showing up as a soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap Triborough.
It's vibes and stuff. Vibes and stuff.
Vibes and stuff, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Talking about the way we feel. From the beats to the love we share. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Everything in between we care. It's not just talk, it's how we grow.
It's vibes and stuff.
Life's a rhythm, we all move.
Vibes and stuff.
Yo, party people in the place to be, what's good? It's your number one Chief Rock. Uncle Freezie's in the building. Salute. Delano Steele Jr. is in the building. Salute. Man, I'm here. I'm rocking. I'm a little sad though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Y'all know I keep it a stack, right? Or try to. So I'm here, I'm rocking, but I'm a little sad because I had to change the name of the channel. Right? I had to change the name of the channel. And part of it had to do with the obvious. Vibes and stuff, though it sums us up completely, it's a difficult name to find when people are searching our social media stuff. So we had to go with a name that's easier to find, right? And so I asked ChatGPT to get an original name, an original theme, right? An original name, an original theme, and all that stuff with the essence, with the vibe and the essence of vibes and stuff. And so Neo and the Matrix. What was Lawrence Fishburne character name? Neo and somebody I forgot his name in the Matrix. So Neo, Mr. Anderson, the Matrix, and everybody told me, man, go with Echo and Essence. Because Essence sounds cultural for one. And Echo reverberates. Morpheus, there it is, Morpheus. There it is. Salute to Ty Bobby, Soulfinger, and everybody watching. So listen, I'm here, I'm rocking. I'm a little bit sad though, because I had to change the name. And it's not because of money and all of that stuff, man. It's just I felt like the Vibes crew, it perfectly fit. Vibes and stuff perfectly fit. I mean, we got the old head on the channel, Soulfinger, right? We got the R&B singer, DSJ. We got the music encyclopedia, Triborough, right? You got the corporate culture guy, and Fritz Alcindor, You got the street guy in a lot of wise, and you have myself that kind of mixes in and out of all of that stuff. And so I felt like the name was perfect. But you know, you're doing something for the people, and the people can't see it. Are you really doing it for the people? That's basically where we are. That's basically what we are with it. So since I had a topic that I wanted to talk about, I wanted to talk about who we are versus who we thought we would be. Are you that person now that you thought you would be 20 years ago? Right? When you look at yourself in the mirror, when you look at yourself in the mirror, and I'm talking about the I guess I'm talking to myself. I guess I'm talking to myself. Right? Am I the person that I thought I would be 20 years ago, 30 years ago, when I was racking up student loan debt, right? When I was accidentally starting a family, when I was working like all these hours at work and thinking that one day I'll be somebody, but not somebody to the world, but somebody to myself. Am I that somebody? Did I reach that goal? And I wanted to ask you guys this too. Like the path that you started out on, the path that you initiated for yourself, did you stay on that path? Did you achieve your goal? Right? While you think about that, I want to put a rock in Soulfinger's shoe. Right? In my mind, I imagine Soulfinger right now is probably wearing some Debos right now because it's after work hours. So he probably got some Debos on. So I want to put a rock in Soulfinger's shoe in his Debos. And for those that don't know what Debos are, you're at the right channel, right? So for those that don't know what Debos are, I'm glad you're here because I'm about to save your life, right? So Debos are like the very soft house shoes that you be getting like for Christmas from like J.C. Penney or something. Like your oldest daughter thought she was doing something and she bought you some Debos, thought she was doing something, right? So I want to put a rock in Soul Finger 12's shoe. And Ty Barbie, if you're listening, just stay out of this. Just this is just between me and Soul Finger. Soul Finger, I legit went through and listened to the Osley Brothers again. It's Tuesday. I listened to the Osley Brothers all day Monday. So I listened to the Osley Brothers all day Monday. And y'all not gonna tell me the Osley Brothers ain't mid as fuck. This is just for me. This is for me and Soulfinger. I'm telling you, this is for me and Soulfinger. Nobody else. This ain't for DSJ, whatever. This is for me and Soulfinger 12. I listened to the Osley Brothers all day. I was like, nah, man. Everybody can't be right. I mean, everybody can't be wrong, and I'm right. I gotta be missing something. I'm humble enough to know that in situations you can't always be right all the time, man. You gotta listen to people are smart. You gotta listen to them. So, thing all I'm gonna say, bro, is the Osley Brothers, bro. They mid, bro. They mid. They mid, bro. They mid. Is yo, the Isley brothers are absolutely mid, bro. The Isley brothers are a ham sandwich, bro. I couldn't tell the difference between them and that yacht rock group Ambrosia. I can't. The Isley brothers legit, and I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. I was like, yo, man, you say you surround yourself, you say you surround yourself with smart people, and then when it comes to like the conversation, you won't listen to smart people. And the thing about it is, if you say these people are smart, why don't you listen to them? And so I listened to them. Salute to Triborough, salute to Fritz Alcindor, NBA show in the building. And yo, so I got a so gents, I have two thoughts at one time. I'm going. One is are you the somebody you thought you would end up being when you projected yourself 20 years ago? Are you that somebody? What was your hindrances? What gave you your comeuppance? What propelled you faster than you thought you could possibly go? What slowed you down? And the other thing I have, since Soulfinger was here and I had to get it off my chest, the Isley brothers are trash.
Oh wow.
Garbage. The
Oh,
Isley brothers are garbage, bro.
wow.
Try it. It's legit. And you know me about having dual conversations on a panel. I think that'd be whack. Like you be like two separate thoughts, panelists talking about separate things at one time.
Right.
But I couldn't when I saw Soulfinger, and I'm not picking on Soulfinger because Soulfinger is my brother. Soulfinger is my more accomplished, handsomer, richer, taller, younger brother. Right? But the Isley brothers is absolutely garbage.
Man.
I listened to them yesterday. I listened to as many Isley Brothers songs as I could. All of it sound like yacht rock to me.
Wow.
Wow. So you don't even want Isley Brothers in the background?
No, I'm saying I listened to them yesterday. I listened to them yesterday. And I listened to them. I listened. Because I was like, yo, Triborough's a smart dude. And not only like I respect Tri because I've seen people test Triborough before. Like back in the days, people tested Tri. Like when we first got this stuff going. And he could intellectually hold his own, but he was street smart too. Like the combination,
Right.
able to hold your own, right? Intellectually process stuff and defend yourself, right? So that's why when I hang out with Try like, nah, man, Try like, hey man, I don't know, man. The Isley brothers, I'm like, nah, Try. These motherfuckers sound like yacht rock to me, bro.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. You think they gateway music? They gateway music to R&B?
Basically, yeah. Basically, yeah.
Wow.
I think the lead singer of the Isley brothers is a ham sandwich, bro.
Wow.
Wow. Are they the Beatles of R&B?
No, bro. I take they are the Frankie Valli of rock music, of yacht music. That's what they are.
Wow.
Frankie Valli Frankie Valli and them was fire for a time, bro.
But their body of work stretches what, 50 years, like 40 years,
Bro.
relevant the entire time.
Right. Bro, they mid, bro. They Stan Smith Adidas, bro. You remember the Run DMC Adidas? My
Yeah.
Adidas. They are those shoe of the sneaker game. They ain't Jordans. They ain't Jordans. They ain't K Swiss. They ain't Diodoras,
Wow.
bro.
Mm. Wow, $30.
Oh, this Joker done showed up. He done showed up. Oh, bro, I ain't mean for you to show up. I was just gonna talk noise behind the scene, bro.
Oh, it's all good. I'm not about to jump out the window because I wasn't the one that had the issue with you, talking to me like that. You know what I'm saying? I came to the consensus that, it's all, it's,
Oh, he done showed
you
up.
know,
Oh boy.
I mean, I like the Isleys, but, you don't like them, Freeze. You said they were dumpster juice. You said they were, what's the other thing? They were like hot dog water.
Basically, yep.
Yeah.
That what you just
I
said.
bet I wouldn't say that they're like that. Nowhere near my humble opinion, because they actually put out some good music in the time. But
I can't recall it.
Wow.
yeah, but so I can't. I mean, the Isley Brothers, they play them at the cookout and all that.
Right.
They put out, I mean, one of the greatest um, situational tracks that you can ever have, Between the Sheets. However, I understand, Freeze, but I have no rocks in my crocker sacks.
But you did understand what Debo's were, though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, I rock Debo's. My son got a pair of Debo's right now.
I saw a chick in with some Debo's in Walmart. She wouldn't pick up her foot. Bro, she was dragging her foot for like 4 rows. You ever been around somebody that drag their feet when they walk?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pick your feet up.
And them straight Debo's.
So Fritz, why is it that people go to bat for the Isley Brothers, bro?
Because they smooth. They smooth. They got a certain. They cross generations. So like you could play Isley Brothers. My dad feel it and I feel it. It cuts across generations, and they've been around for so long. You got to respect the body of work.
No, I gotta agree with Fritz. It's funny you said that about the Isley. You brought that up. Well, really, it was the summer of '88. I was in Houston, and my cousins lived in Mo City, so I was over for the summer, kicking it with them. And I remember got up early in the morning, and we were gonna start breakfast. My other cousins started getting breakfast going, and me and the cousins, we my other cousin put the Isleys on, and
Yeah, fell asleep. Y'all went back to sleep.
nah,
Okay.
nah, far from it. And it was that Smooth Sailing album. That's the album he put on, and we played Bones. We eating breakfast and playing Bones to that, So. And it just made me think of that because I was just in Houston this weekend, and I remember a lot of times back at the crib or wherever, somebody will always find a way to get them Isleys in, and you got a good game of Bones. A lot of old heads played Bones. They had the Isleys, you had a few Isley cuts playing in the background. It's smooth. It's like enjoying some yak and a good cigar.
I ain't wasting no cognac on no Isley Brothers, bro. No disrespect. Now, some great Kool-Aid though.
No, Freezer, what we'll do for you, we'll get you half a square of a cool and some Ripple.
Grape Ripple, not cherry. I don't like.
Oh, better yet,
Cherry
get
Ripple.
you a Four Loko. You can enjoy it.
Ugh, that can't be enjoyed.
No, I can't.
or some cold, or some cold duck.
You had me until you said I was with you, bro. I was put my seatbelt in, right? But then you said, I was like, nah, I hate. But may I defend my point with the Isley brothers though? About why he's mid. Why
Please.
the Isley brothers are legit the Courtney Lees of black music, bro.
The Courtney who?
Courtney Lee. That's who they are. Of
So
black
they're
music.
not. So they're not Quentin Grimes.
One day, if they keep practicing,
Wow.
one day they'll
See,
get.
I just say that because you know how
Hey.
he calls Quentin Grimes the ham and cheese man. I'm telling you, Quentin Grimes gonna see you at a game. He gonna hit you with
You know,
with that lead pipe to the knee. The
you
tongue
know,
hard.
they used to DM me, right? His people used to DM me. It's on site.
They're gonna hit you with the tongue hard, and you're like, oh,
They're like,
pipe to the knee.
I mean, they used to talk bad track. We gonna catch you at the concession stand. We know you big. We know you like to eat. We know where to find you at. They used to talk trash. Yeah, man. But the Isley brothers, bro. No, I told Triborough this, bro. The song starts off one way, and it'll stay that same way for 4.5 minutes, all the way through the end, and don't nothing change. And we call it smooth. I just don't know if the talent is there.
Oh man.
Wow.
Oh, look, excuse me. You got me yawning on that. I've been yawning since you brought that up, man. You know.
I mean, but who can replicate it? Like, if it's easy, somebody else should be able to replicate it.
Man, good point. Good point. And
I don't see too many people like trying to redo an Isley Brothers song.
You know why, right?
Because you can't make it as smooth as the Isley.
They don't replicate it because they like, for what?
It's perfect.
Nah. You know who's perfect to me? M2Me. You remember the group M2Me?
I thought you were about to say JJ Icefish.
Almost. I almost said it, bro. But you trying to steal the cards out my deck, bro. You know I had that stowed away, right? You know I had that stowed away. But M2Me, they had songs like You, Me, and He, and Juicy
Fruit.
Yeah, all songs like that. Who's Smooth? Miles J.
I'll give you the Miles J is Miles J is a bad man. He was a
Freddie
bad
Jackson
man.
Smooth, bro.
I think Miles J was underrated during the era and everything too.
Right. Yeah, man. You know, when it comes to like, it's to me, the Isley brothers are like when people show up to the cookout with they Run DMC Adidas on and Run DMC tracksuit, and it'd be fire because it's like a throwback and it's standing test of time. But you ain't wearing that to work. You know what I'm saying? You ain't wearing that to a wedding. I like Dave Hollister over the Isley brothers, bro. That's just me. I like Joe over the Isley brothers. Right? That's just my personal preference. Now I know I'll give an example. I like a group. I'm a Still Soul Finger group. I like Levert over the Isley brothers.
See, now you don't put
Okay.
Yeah.
Leverts are the people I put in the same category.
What?
I put the Leverts.
Levert is a ham sandwich?
No, I know. I put them in the same category as the Isleys.
Nah. Oh, you're saying you're elevating the Isley brothers to that Levert category.
And plus they're like their group, and they like, I think they're like a dynasty. Like in my mind, they're kind of like a dynasty in my mind. Like, they're like the Wayans to me. like a huge family that branches off, now you got Alex Isley. You got so many branches.
I mean, it was a bunch of them. It was
Yeah.
a group of them.
Yeah, they're like the Wayans. They're like the Wayans of R&B. Freezy froze on us.
See, he froze. See, even the internet knew he couldn't. The internet was like, yeah, I can't do this. And his internet was like, yeah, I can't do this today.
I don't even know how many Isleys there are. Like,
no, it was a grip of them. I know that for a fact. It was, you know, let's try to find out how many Isleys we had out there.
I just think it's just a personal preference with him when it comes to the Osleys. You know, some people are gonna love them, some people are gonna hate them. I mean, that's with every artist.
Freezy is the first person I've ever heard that says they hate the Isleys. Like, I've never heard of that. I never heard that.
Neither have I.
That's like somebody in my mind. That's like somebody saying I don't like Aretha Franklin.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know what I mean? I gotta kind of look at you a little crazy if you say you don't like.
This guy said, Frankie Beverly and Maze are overrated. Wow, never heard that.
I've never heard that one either.
That's crazy.
Like, there was a time I was young, like I didn't know who Frankie Beverly and Maze were, but once I knew who Frankie Beverly and Maze were, I thought, they nice.
6 eyes. It was 6 Isleys.
Yeah.
Over the course of time, with 6 Isley brothers, and then they had non-family member Jasper. So you remember we had Isley, Jasper, Isley.
Mm-hmm. He passed away like a couple months ago.
Yeah. There was 6 of them. I knew it was a grip of them though.
Yeah, I mean, like Alex is doing her thing nowadays. I think she's like niece, like niece of the.
Yeah, Nisa. Yeah, and she got some good stuff out there, man.
She did a project with Terrace Martin. You know, she can definitely sing. She did a tiny desk performance also.
Yeah. So I mean, unfortunately, I group them all together. Like I group them all together.
Yep.
And just say the Isleys, and they're all in that mix. And I'm like, it's the Wayans. I don't know if it's the sister. I don't know if it's the brother. I don't know, but it's all good.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Isleys, man. This is one of those, coming out of the South, man. I used to listen to a lot of that. Everybody was playing. They were playing Isleys and Frankie Beverly. Those were just some of the things you always had at cookouts and stuff. That was just true cookout music. They got spades and bones going, and you always had that going along with some Al Green.
Mm-hmm.
So. And see, he brought up, like you said, with Levert. See, Freeze, that's my group. That's
right.
There are other groups out there, many people, but Levert is my group. That's my thing right there. As the old folk would say, that's my jam. But I'm not going. I can't slander the Isleys, but like Try said, as everybody had their own preferential taste on what goes on. So, I myself, I like the Isleys.
Hey, welcome back, Freezy. You had to go back and do some research.
Me?
Yeah.
Look, his internet I'm telling you, your internet was like, nah, we're not putting up with this today. Because who was it that really had a fit when you said that, Freeze? Oh, he froze again?
Yeah. It's like Freezy chose
violence.
Look,
we got two. He chose violence. Hey, we got 2 Freezes on screen now.
Gotcha.
Look, his internet. His internet was like, "No, not putting up your shenanigans today."
I know.
Not today, bruh.
the Osley brothers, bro, and I appreciate the fact that y'all stand up for them. And what I don't appreciate, and I know this is gonna be offensive, and I don't mean it in no offensive way against y'all, my brothers. I do mean it in an offensive way, like y'all need to get y'all act together when it comes to this music thing. Not against y'all per y'all know y'all my brothers. Y'all know I'll legit give organs to y'all right now. Right? I won't even wash my hands. I'll just take the organ and just give it to them if you need it. Right? But this Osley Brothers thing has gone too far, bro.
Oh no, I would. Hey, you the one who brought. Hey, you the one. You the one who brought it up. I'm just not jumping out the window on it. That's all that is. I'm sitting out enjoying a summer breeze because it makes me
I
feel
got a great
fine.
Unc, I got a great example, right? My introduction to Michael Jackson was '82 when Thriller came out. So I didn't know the Jackson 5 stuff before Thriller, right? So to me, when people talk Michael Jackson, I will always say that Michael Jackson, his solo career to me is better than the Jackson 5. But I have to go back and listen to Rockin' Robin and Heartbreak Hotel and I Want You Back, all of those classic Jackson 5 songs to know that he was already a legend before he went solo. You know what I'm saying? And then there's fans that grew up with both the Jackson 5 and then when he left the Jackson 5.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be people that love the Isleys or feel like they're better than this band. And then there's going to be people like you that don't care for them.
The Osley Brothers are R. Kelly.
Meaning what?
You see how that's a runaway? Like it's not even close. Like what are we even talking about?
Well, I
Would
mean, but you
yeah,
compare them to R. Kelly though, so I don't understand.
all the Osley Brothers better than R. Kelly?
That, are you asking me or is that like for everybody else?
No, I'm asking you.
For me, for me, I grew up more with R. Kelly music, but Isley Brothers to me are a legendary group. So I'm putting them right up there with Earth, Wind and Fire, right up there with Cool and the Gang, the Bards, New Edition. To me, they're that great. I don't know how. I mean, for me, I don't know how you feel like they're trash.
They're staple. Like they're a staple.
Yeah,
They're a
Yeah.
staple. Like you don't get you don't get cookies and cream ice cream unless you have vanilla. Like they're like what it's built off of. They're like a staple in R&B.
but again, you're gonna have your favorites, and then you're gonna have your least favorites. Like Akumo D to me is a legend, but I don't think he's better than LL Cool J. I feel like LL was a better artist. But in Kumo D's mind, he
He's
feels like
better.
he was the best MC all time.
Yeah.
In my mind, the Osley Brothers are Vanilla Ice.
Oh my god.
Mm,
Oh wow.
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 You
Wow.
just don't like them, man.
No,
Wow.
and
Man,
see,
have you made any good disc records lately?
yeah, well, and so you know how we have a slight difference of opinion with Jay Dilla. Like y'all know how I feel like Jay
Uh,
Dilla is great, but I just don't think he the goat. Right? You know how we have that conversation. Like I think there were a lot of producers that came out around the Jay Dilla time that
mhm,
I think should also get credit for being great, like High
right,
Tech
right.
and just a bunch of guys. And so while I think like Jay Dilla wins the race, I don't think Hussein Bolt win the race.
But
You know what I'm saying?
I
Which
thought
but,
I
but who
thought we
said?
I thought we had moved on because we already settled that when you asked me to break out 5 J Dilla tracks and I had you bobbing your head to all 5 tracks that we went through. So I thought we were
Who
done with J Dilla.
who made Dilla the goat? Because I never said he was the
but,
best
but
ever.
but that's the point that I'm getting at though. The point I'm getting at is I trust smart people's opinion. And they tell me like, yo, nah man, you gotta rethink this thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm open to it, right? The thing with Jay Dilla is I thought Jay Dilla might not have been better than High Tech. Just an example, right? Come find out how he better than High Tech, right? He got more stuff than High Tech, right? but it's not a runaway though, is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So yeah, y'all understand. So if it sound like I'm trolling for the sake of conversation, nah, it's not that. It's not that. Like because everybody's gonna have their own musical taste, right? Everybody gonna have their own musical taste. Like some people like Freddie Jackson, some people like Luther, some people like you can't compare nobody to Luther. And I'm like, hey, calm down, you gotta relax. Because
Mhm.
Luther's great, but he's not um incomparable. Like you can compare others to Luther,
Plus,
right?
Luther didn't do a whole lot of writing. So
Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, because for a stretch, I think Alexander O'Neal was better than Luther for like a 2 or 3 year stretch. Not for career, but like a 2 3 year stretch. I think Alexander O'Neal was better. For maybe a 4 or 5 year stretch, I don't know who was better, Freddie or Luther, right? From like 86 to like 91, I think Freddie might have been better than Luther until Love, Power, Power of Love, and all those songs start coming out. Then Luther stepped away from Freddie. You just like, okay, now enough is enough. I'm gonna get you out of here. But when it comes to the Isley Brothers, I keep wanting to think the Isley Brothers are good, and I dedicated a whole day yesterday to them. And all of it they sound like Christopher Cross, bro. Yo, y'all
Uh,
be laughing, bro. That
yeah.
be so
But
disrespectful.
the thing is, I don't be hearing the Ozzy fan base. They're not as crazy as the Dilla or MF Doom fan base. Like after Dilla passed away, it seemed like he got more popular at
Yeah.
when he died, and his fan base is the one that made him. They felt like he was the best ever when it comes to beat making and producing. But I never felt like he was the GOAT. I feel like he's one of the best. But I still feel like I got Eric Sermon over him. I got Alchemist over him.
Wait,
And
have Eric
other
Sermon over Jay Dilla?
yeah, I got Eric Sermon over Jay Dilla. Yeah, I just felt like Eric is one of those producers that's been here for a long time with EPMD, who's a legendary group. They brought out the Hit Squad and other legendary artists, and he doesn't. I mean, he used to get his recognition, and it's like people forgot about him now, but they still remember Jay Dillon, and Dillon been dead for like 20 years ago.
No, I gotta agree with Try. I mean, I've always been a Jay Dilla fan, but before I was a Jay Dilla fan, I was an Eric Sermon fan, dog. And
Hmm.
Eric Sermon, you know, he's right. It's when Jay Dilla died. Now all of a sudden everybody's putting Jay so far up. I always said he's one of the best to do what he did, but he was taken too soon because I think when he in the process of his passing, he died before he got to his plateau. He died before he got to his peak, and who knows what he would have done or how far he would have taken it. Eric Sermon, you know, there's a lot of hits that he dropped, and a lot of people he's produced for, you know,
Yeah.
and then including his own stuff. So, I mean, hell, he helped Ice Cube get back in the game when he left MWA.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things. I think he doesn't get his Sermon is one that doesn't get his props that he should get. Just my opinion.
Like the Ozzy Brothers thing is just it's coming from somebody's opinion. I don't care their fan base saying like they're the best group all time. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it's just a matter of preference where you might not like them compared to this other group that you favor more than them.
The Ozzy Brothers is alright, bro. Eric Sermon is definitely alright. He's
He's
straight.
all right.
Eric Sermon is alright, bro. You
but
know what I'm
but
saying?
the Isleys are like legendary,
No.
like 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 there's some people I might not like, but you know what? I can respect. I can respect. Hey, they're legends. They're legends. I just kind of see them as like legends in game. Like
I think they're legends and kind of like how your uncle shoot pool, right? Like when people you know how your uncle tell you how good he was, and then his homeboys would be like, "Man, that man had 8 balls on the table, man, and the cue ball was pinned." And then they skip the story and be like, "Yeah, and we spent all that man money." I said, "Oh, wait, y'all spent the money?" You're like, "Oh yeah, you know he ran the table now. I mean, this is your Uncle Leo now. This is what we talking about. He a legend on the pool." You're like, "What the? What is this?"
I mean, like if you know what I mean. I think one of the Isley brothers died, right?
More than that, was two of them that died, I do believe.
Okay.
Two or
Okay,
three.
so if there was an Isley brother concert, it wouldn't be in a small venue. It wouldn't be in like a tiny Pocono venue.
If the Isley Brothers had a concert, I can guarantee you can park up front.
What? Say that one more again.
All the way up front, bro. All the way up front.
Park what now?
I bet you could take your SUV and take up two spots up front for Isley Brothers concert.
Man, look, I'm not gonna entertain that.
He said the cover charge ain't even for the Isleys. Cover charge is just to get in.
Yeah.
Not even for the Isleys.
I'm not gonna entertain that. Such blasphemy.
Okay, I give an example, right? If you have a concert across the street from each other, the Isley Brothers is on one at the Civic Center, right? And if Levert was intact, right? Who I love, right? And it's criminal how we don't talk about Cameo and Levert, right? I like when it comes to the funk radio stuff, I like Cameo. When it comes to the Gerald Levert and his bag stuff, I love Levert, right?
Well, I'm gonna just come out and tell you. I mean, Isley's a Levert. For me, it's gonna be Levert. Going to see Levert. I told you, Levert is my
bro. That's
one of my group. That's my group
though,
right there. I love me some Levert. That's my group right there.
That's everybody though. Is what I'm saying, dog.
No,
Well, no, you got some that don't like Levert. You got some that may not like Levert. They say Gerald Levert screamed too much for him. Hey, some people want to see Ronald Isley go out there and does the smooth as silk thing, or you have Gerald doing his thing. The big man with the big voice. But all three of them cats can sing. All three of them jokers can blow.
Yeah, they can.
All three of them jokers can blow.
Yeah.
And people slept on that Sean Levert album. That Sean Levert album is a nice album.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I don't get it, dog. I don't get it. I'm damn near burnt out on the Isleys thing, bro. How we just place the Isleys here. Like we talk about the Isleys more than we talk about Kool in the Gang. What?
Well, there's a lot of things. We talked about it before. You and I, Freezie, had a conversation off camera. There's a lot of people we haven't given props to, R&B and in hip hop.
Right.
We slept on.
Yep.
Hip hop wise, Houdini.
right.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated groups out there.
Yeah.
They were influential in the hip hop game and put out and did some things. Producers, Larry Smith. I give it to you. You brought up Larry Smith.
That's my goal right there, bro.
That's your goal. That's you call it a goal, but a lot of and the thing that I say this is a lot of people don't know about certain artists or producers because of the age gap per se. You know what I'm saying? Like youngsters still know Rick Rubin because of some stuff he produced for Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yep.
But you say, but they were like, "Who's this?" But then they don't realize that Rick Rubin been around today. This we talking about the Run DMC, Beastie Boys, LL, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you gotta look at that. So a lot of it is you got to go back and I always like to say I'm educating youngsters on some stuff. Let it be hip hop and R&B, especially hip hop, man. I say hip hop is a young man's game. I beg to differ because all the old heads are the ones who killing the game. I mean, this week alone, no, last week alone, man, it was a lot of music dropped in one day.
Mhm.
Raekwon dropped that Raekwon Chef, man. Emperor's New Clothes,
Yep.
bruh. You know, Clips
Well,
dropped theirs. You know, newer, Clips came back. Cat I've been on for a minute is Larry June. I haven't been able to
Mhm.
get. I hadn't taken that out of my rotation yet. And
Definitely.
Larry June may not be for everybody's taste because that's that Bay Area, that Northern Cali, a little slower. But I say it's something to smoke and roll to. That's what it
Yeah.
is. But it go hard in the paint. You know, this week you got Tyler the Creator just dropped along with like
Mhm.
4 or 5. I mean, it's just music coming. You know, and I think right now we may be getting ready to get into a resurgence of good music
right.
be, because because people are holding. They're starting to. Well, the record industry can't. The music. Well, the record companies can't really just put out all this. You know, I always like to use my artist Hogman the Intruder. You know, Hogman the
Yeah.
Intruder likes to. They want to put him on play his track twice every 30 minutes, and you hear him so much you think Hogman the Intruder's hot when he could be nothing but hot dog water. You know, his album will probably go double bar doo doo, at best go wood,
Yeah.
and you think, but that's what they do. But now, artists are circumventing that. They, with social media is coming out, you got more independent labels and stuff. Independent artists like our own DSJ, who Freezie got to see and performance and
I'm gonna
put his
talk about that
video.
too, Sophie. I'm gonna talk about that too, bro.
Yeah. So guys are going on the internet, individuals, not guys, men and women, artists, are going out on using the internet to get them out there. You know, bump these big companies and stuff, cut the middleman out, and taking back their power to be the artists, be true to their craft instead of having um, Winston P. Body the third telling them, no, 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 you're not street enough, or no, you're not singing the right. You need to sing this type of music than that type of music, you know, or throwing somebody out and say, hey, you look like you can sing, but they can't hold a tune in the back of a dump truck with 2 buckets and a shovel.
In a strap.
Yeah.
Right.
Without auto tuning,
Right.
you find the next Milli Vanilli. Oh, you guys got the look.
Right.
But I just think right now we're just getting ready. I think we're about to get a resurgence of good music. I mean, look, Tribe brought up Alchemist. I
Mhm.
can't wait for that Badu and Alchemist to drop.
Oh yeah.
I've been bumping that one track there, the track they dropped already. He
Mhm.
just took a classic hip hop beat, cut it up a little bit, and Erica Badu is Baduing.
Yeah, I feel you on the good music part, bro. I do. I just don't think the Osley brothers should be in that conversation.
You see, hey, keep going back. Hey, Freeze, I'm gonna give you these 3 letters. All right, I want you to follow these 3 letters. LIG. Let it go.
These 3 words. I thought you were talking about Stevie Wonder, bro.
Wow.
I don't know.
Oh, the Osley brothers or Stevie Wonder.
Come on, man.
Okay. The Osley brothers are the Commodores.
I got Ozzy.
This is easy, but
I
this
got
It
is
Ozzy.
depends. Which Commodores?
all of them, all of that, the entire,
Are we talking with
iteration.
or without Lionel? Because
Yep, all
they
of them. Yep,
they were
all of them.
different without Lionel.
Yeah, well, I mean,
They were good. They were still good, but Lionel Richie put them over on a whole nother stratosphere with that.
I mean, we could also say the Osley brothers with or without Angela Winbush writing, with Angela Winbush writing for them, or without. Because if it wasn't for Angela Winbush, they not making it through the '80s, bro. They not. Renee and Angela, bro, they not. I would even venture to say in the 80s, Renee and Angela are better than the Ozzy brothers.
See, Angela
And
Winbush was something. Angela Winbush was a power. Like, ooh, that woman, that was a power.
yeah, man.
I love Miss Angela. That Angel album. Ooh.
Yeah. Hey, you talk about a crush. Well, if I ever had saw Angela Winbush, I'd have been like, "Hey, lady, why are you 15 years old?" I know. One day I'm gonna be a man, though. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna say the Commodores in a runaway against the Osley brothers, bro. Because I'm not old enough to remember the Osleys from the '60s, right? But during my lifetime, the Osley brothers, as long as they've been out, I think I can only remember one or two times that they had the number one song in the country over like a 40-year stretch. I can only remember like one or two times, maybe, that they was like the number one song. And then the one time it was Jasper Osley Jasper or something, or Osley something Caravan of Love was the number one song in the country. It wasn't even them.
Yeah, there was Jasper Angela Jasper.
You're right. And I don't remember them having a resurgence like Sexual Healing. Remember Marvin Gaye came out of the blue, Sexual Healing?
That was his last album.
Yeah. And you like, yo, this is a. Yeah, I remember Tina Turner came back from out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
I don't remember the Ozzy brothers coming back from out of nowhere. Like,
Because they didn't. They
No,
had
during
a
that time, they were still
yeah, they had
steady.
I mean,
right.
R. Kelly kind of
Nah, R.
put
Kelly
him back
did.
up front.
Yeah, he did with the Mr.
Yes.
Big persona.
But that was in the 90s though.
Yeah.
but think about what I'm saying. So are we saying that the Ozzy brothers reinvented themselves and was better than R. Kelly for a stretch?
No,
No.
like I said before, like R. Kelly was responsible for, creating that persona of Mr. Big for Ron Isley and introducing him to the 90s generation. And I think it helped to where he's at now. He's able to go on tour and do the Isley Brothers stuff again.
He
Whereas we saw, I mean, every artist falls off though. Like we've seen people fall off and then they come back,
he
you
always was
know?
a wife beater, allegedly, bro. He always been that. He always been Mr. Big, bro.
So, so this is
Allegedly,
what we do. We taking shots at his personal life.
bro. Angela Winbush said it in her Unsung, bro. She like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
she coming home for cancer
I mean,
treatment.
there's a lot of artists that we love that their personal lives are in question.
I
Mess.
Yeah.
I understand. What I'm saying though is those artists with those crazy things, they invent themselves into mob boss, right? Like we know
But
Rick
he's the only one that did it though.
right? Yo, there was a story when I was in high school. There was a story about Rick James getting beat up by Tina Marie.
Hmm.
Right? Like Rick
Right.
James legit got whooped by Tina Marie. I'm talking about got them hands put on him.
Mhm.
Like he tried to do something to her and she wouldn't take it and then she beat him up. And then
She
Right.
told him she
allegedly,
gave him square biz.
Mhm. Right. And you know how many women probably supported what she did?
yo, I can't with so
You know.
yo, oh my god, bro. And for the record, that's not the reason why I dislike the Osley brothers. I dislike the Osley brothers. I think it's like they're one of the groups to me, it's like the people, they're like the ones that do it and they get all this love and stuff. And you like, what is this? Like they get so much love and you like, they ain't nobody. They don't do nothing special. Yo, I'm gonna ask Fritz this.
Mhm.
The all-time lead singer of the Temptations or the all-time lead singer of the Osley Brothers. Pick whichever lead singer you want from the Temptations. versus the lead singer of the Ozzy Brothers?
I don't know. I'm partial to David Ruffin, but yeah.
Y'all gotta give me something to work with though. If the Ozzy, y'all gotta give me something to work with instead of
Well,
saying
Ozzy's just so smooth. It's so universal. Like it's just universal music, and maybe that's goes against it because you want something that you could, instead of just swaying side to side, you want something that you could dance to or something. But it's just so universal. Like you have to know it. You have to respect it. You know what I mean?
no. We gotta respect it, bro. Try. You know what? The Ozzy Brothers is something that I would put on if I want to park my Cadillac. You
No,
ever
you
parallel park a Cadillac, bro?
No, I have not.
I'll put on the Ozzy Brothers because I'm gonna be out there 20 minutes.
I know how to make this easy for you. The Osley Brothers
go-
or Next? Who you picking? Next or Osley Brothers? You got to think about that.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Try.
That's a good one, bro.
That's a good one. Got him.
Good.
Got him. That's a good one. Look at Ooh,
I'm gonna go.
Hey,
I'm gonna go.
hey, Freeze. He didn't put a rock in your shoe. He put one of those
Yep.
little birds in your shoe.
Right, he just
Yep.
put you on a mountain, bro. He just,
Is that a tough question?
yes, that's a tough question.
How?
Is
How?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, I'm glad Fritz jumped in because I was about to say next. So I
You're
don't
crazy.
hate the Ozzy Brothers. Like I just can't figure out why they get so much love, bro. It's like,
You're crazy.
yo, the Ozzy Brothers are like GoBots. You remember GoBots?
Wow. The fake Transformers.
Wow.
When Transformers was out and then their competitor was GoBots?
Man,
no.
I have it.
That's
I have it on my server. I have it on my server. But
So Ronald Oz is Psykill. That's what you're saying.
Wow.
wow.
With the you transform it like 3 times and it stopped transforming? Yeah, GoBots? Yeah. Your truck got an arm hanging off the side? Yeah, GoBots.
Wow.
They Fruity O's instead of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, Fruity Loopies.
They come in a bag instead of a box.
Yeah. Yeah, out the bodega. With the cat fell asleep on the bag. Yeah. That's and for those that ain't never been in a bodega, sometimes the bodega be having, like Poppy be having cats in the store or whatever, and the cats like a fall asleep on top of the juice thing
Bread.
or the bread. Yeah. Pop, get these cats out of here. These cats belong here.
So you saying they like the shoes you found in the grocery store?
Yeah. Yeah. That's them.
Ozzy Brothers are easily a top 50 group. They're easily a top 50 group. Compared to Next, I don't think Next is a top 50 group at all.
You mean top 50 urban group or top 50 group?
No, top 50 group all time. They're definitely a top 50.
Like Hall of Fame.
Whoa!
Right.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Like
What you mean?
Like
How
Hall
are they
of
not?
Fame, yeah.
Whoa!
How would they not?
What? Wait a minute,
man.
are you including the Beach Boys in this?
Hey, that was a good Lil Jon imitation there for you.
I'm talking about like R&B. I would rather put Ozzy Brothers on here before Next.
Okay. All right, because if you're talking about top 50 groups of all time, including everybody that has ever played,
No.
then no.
Top 50 R&B.
I think it might still be there. I think it might still be. It's a universal. I think it's a rock and roll. I'm not sure if they're in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but I would assume they should be. Eventually, at least.
The Ozzy Brothers are mid, bro.
Wow.
The Ozzy Brothers are Twinkies in your lunchbox. You were like, you know how back in the day your mom put a Twinkie in a lunchbox, and she'd be like, "I've been putting Twinkies in your lunchbox all week. There's 5 of them in here. They in there. Don't nobody want them."
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm a skinny fat guy because I'll take that at 20. I'm sorry.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man. Salute to Reg. Reg, what's good, bro?
What up?
Yeah, the Isley Brothers, and yo, and I don't want to be venomous, but I feel like I'm being backed into a corner. Like the Isley Brothers are not better than Earth, Wind, and Fire, the Commodores, um, Kool and the Gang, Confunction, the Temptations, the Four Tops, the Ohio Players, Jodeci, Boys the Men, Levert, Silk. They're not better than none of these groups, bro.
Yeah, but their fans, that feel like they're better than all of those.
I'm sorry.
But like when I was watching that versus, um, um, uh, uh, Earth and the Fire, I felt like Ozzy Brothers was the favorite in that versus. No,
No, no. And I'll tell you why. Because
uh,
and this is not an ageism thing, right? This is not an ageism thing, but this is like a been there, done that thing.
mm,
When the Isley Brothers come out, they are. I'll tell you a group that they might be. They might be better than the Spinners, and I love the Spinners, right? I could
right.
almost give them that. But anything beyond the Spinners, nah, man. Man, what we talking about, bro?
So,
These
so,
dudes,
so you feel like Blackstreet is better than the Ozzy Brothers?
yes,
Blackstreet, who had like multiple different
yep,
variations of that group.
yep,
Mm.
yep,
Wow.
yep.
I totally disagree. I feel like Blackstreet had two good albums, and that was it. Ozzy Brothers got more better albums than them.
Right. I would say this about the Isley Brothers. If you compare them to Blackstreet, the album is versatile. It goes from social political stuff to dance songs to soul music to love songs to all these things on the album.
Hmm.
You talk what's the name album? Ozzy Brothers
Uh,
album is gonna be 58 minutes of the same song for 58 straight minutes, bro.
but what variation do you prefer Blackstreet? What you want the first album with Dave or the second one without him?
I like Blackstreet better than I like the Osleys. You could pick either because both albums are going to be versatile. And I know I think they had how many albums did they have? Three,
Nah,
two?
they had like 4 or 5. But it was the other ones after the second one I didn't care for at all.
Oh, okay, okay.
They had an album called Finally. I think that was like 99 or 2000, and then they had another one after that.
In 2003, when Jodeci was out, Jodeci and Blackstreet had an album out at the same time in 2003, right? Was it 2003? Something
No,
like
no, Jodeci last album was like 2013,
no, it was 2015. I'm talking about
2015.
before that though. Yeah, I'm talking about before that one.
No, Jodeci ain't put out nothing after the show, the after party, the hotel. That was
Oh,
95.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. And so my thing with the Ozzy Brothers though is if it wasn't for R. Kelly and Angela Winbush, they wouldn't even still be relevant, bro. The album is 58 minutes of the same track, just cut up into like 13 pieces.
Oh my God. What about the barge? When you listen to All This Love, it's the same melody throughout the whole song.
And you rarely hear me say anything about the barge, bro.
But they wasn't perfect though.
I like the barge because they harmonies be fire. Like on the album, they harmonies be fire, bro.
Hmm.
But the Isleys don't have harmonies and backup singing, bro. They got one dude that
What?
carry everybody.
Yeah, but it's not Ron's fault. Like he lost his siblings.
I understand that, man. And you know, yeah,
Ron alone could carry that group. He's done it since his other siblings passed away. He can carry the group. You know, I don't. Teddy Riley couldn't do that with Blackstreet.
Ron Isley might be a top 900 singer, bro.
Oh my God, 900.
Fritz,
Wow.
Fritz, who's the best, Alexander O'Neal or Ron Isley?
I don't know too much Alexander O'Neal, so I'm not gonna embarrass myself.
You wrong for that one, Freezie. You wrong for that. You
Oh,
wrong for that.
I got since
No, hold on.
Eddie
hold on.
LeVert or Ryan Osley, bro.
So hold on, man. Hold on. How you gonna put Alexander? Alexander O'Neal ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't put Alexander O'Neal in this. That's man, that ain't right. You see what he doing, Try? You see what he doing?
I see what he's doing.
Are we saying that
Alexander
Alexander O'Neal can't sing? Is that what we're saying?
No, we're not saying that.
Far from it. You know that.
We talking about great singers, right?
That's that's like saying Dr. J or George Gervin.
Ron Isley or Cisco? Who you got?
Cisco.
Oh my God! What?
Oh my stars and garters.
Okay, all right. So if we Osley Brothers or Drew Hill?
I got Osley Brothers. I got Osley Brothers. I got the Osleys. Drew, I wasn't a big Drew fan to begin with. I was not a big Drew fan. Reg know that. I was not a big Drew fan. I like some of these songs.
Sometimes longevity is worth a lot.
Exactly, and they've been through so many different members too. What variation of Drew Hill are you picking?
It's the same. They go by the same name. As long as
but it's different singers now. I mean, yeah, you still got Cisco and you got Nokia, but the other members are different now.
Yeah, from Player. Remember the group Player?
Right, Player. Right. So you got Player over Osley Brothers?
I'm not saying I'm not doing Player over Osley Brothers. No, definitely not. But Drew Hill, dog.
I don't even think Drew was the best in their decade. I think Jodeci was better. I think Busselman was better than them.
Right. I you know what? I could agree with you on that. Right.
But I gotta agree with Try on that. I have nothing against Drew Hill because they had cuts and they had they had cuts that I really liked. Yeah. But during that time, that era, they weren't even one of the best. They wasn't in that top group level. They had good, they had cuts here and there, but like overall, compared to all the other groups that were out there during that time, no.
But that's the point that I'm getting at. When did the Isley Brothers ever establish themselves as the best group in their market ever? Was it the 70s?
I don't feel like they have to be the best group of their era. I just feel like they had competition, but they wanted the best, and then they took like there was a time when they fell off, and then Ron Osley came back, and then it's basically him and Ernie right now. That's the group. They're basically a duo.
Well, it was around the 90s because you look at it, the 70s, because they'd been around. They would doo-wop for a little bit, and then they changed the style as things were going around how society was changing. 70s is when they really started getting that thing. 70s, and then let's say mid 80s. I want to say. Then in the 90s they fell off until R. Kelly did what he did and brought them back. And then since then they've been, they've been relevant ever since. And Ronald Isley has a distinctive voice. There's no
their music was being sampled even before then.
Yeah.
You listen to It Was a Good Day. That was 1993, 1992.
Because my thing is Ronald Isley has such a distinct voice. Like, it's like no other. Closest voice that comes around to that would be maybe Aaron Neville.
Yeah. See, I think because of hip hop, a lot of these artists and groups didn't have to put out new music for a long time because they were making money off of the residuals of the samples.
Yeah.
So when Isley Brothers are being sampled in hip hop during that time, they didn't have to put out new music. When was the last time the Sugar Hill Gang released any new music? They didn't have to.
That is true.
I understand that. I understand that, man. What I'm saying is this level of greatness conversation with the Ozzy Brothers to me is like OD. Like we talking like they better than the Temptations or something. Yo, man, they've been out for a long time. The Temptations were out for a long time too, man. And the Ozzy Brothers at no point in their career was better than the Temptations, who was still putting out music in the 80s on their third, fourth lead singer. Right? Caravan of Love
What
and Treat Her Like a Lady was out at the same time.
and Standing on the Top, produced by Rick James. That's another banger in the 80s. I mean, but at that time, again, at that time, you had like Motown doing like the TV specials, celebrating their artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, was people rushing to get a Temptations album in the 80s?
Yes. You talking about the album that had Silent Night and Treat Her
Hmm.
Like a Lady on it, bro?
Yeah, well,
That
yeah,
album,
they had their hits, but it was like they already made their impact on Motown and music at that time. So it was like, if they made a Hall of Fame back then, they would already been in there. You see, like Ozzy's have
the
done it for
Ozzy Brothers
decades too.
ain't in the Ozzy Brothers ain't Hall of Fame. The Ozzy
Yes,
Brothers,
what you
the
mean?
Ozzy Brothers in the Hall of Notes.
Hall of
They
no,
ain't in the, they ain't in the Hall of Fame, bro. What are we talking about, bro? That
they've done it for decades, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? From doo-wop to R&B, a little hip hop mixed in with that too. Like they've done it for decades. That's longevity. It's not like they just came out yesterday. You think next is going to be in the Hall of Fame with one good album?
no, I don't think so. I don't think so, man. But
Is
I
is
mean,
is Black Sheep making the Hall of Fame with two great albums? They might not.
no. I mean, but we gotta give it to the Isley Brothers, man. 1959.
Yep.
They dropped that first album. I want to say was 1959. I think,
Mhm.
but they've been around since the 50s.
Yeah, the
And we're
50s,
talking
all the
about
way
here
to
it is
now.
2025,
Right.
and we're still, and they're still, but they're relevant still to this day.
They
I
still putting
mean,
out new music.
yeah. I mean, look, 87. Like I said, Smooth Sailing album came out. That's what I was saying. That was the summer of '88. I was in Houston, and I remember that. And that was the album,
with
man.
Spend the
No,
Night
no,
on
I
it.
take that back. No, no, no. Smooth Sailing was '87. Spend the Night was
Spend the Night was
'89.
on it. That's why tonight.
And
Yep.
that was
And so
'89.
was Boca.
And that was a good time right there. I like that Spend the Night album. It had some cuts on it.
Yep.
Especially the title cut. You know.
So
Ron just has and I gotta use the word that Fritz used. It's smooth.
Hmm.
yeah, and the name of it. What was the name of the album? Smooth Sailing.
Yeah, Smooth Sailing came out '87, and then you had Spend the Night came out in '89.
Right. 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 Yacht Rock. That's what it is, bro.
Hey, well, hey,
Or Cadillac
you
Rock.
call
We
it.
want to call it Cadillac Rock. Cadillac Rock is what it is.
Hey, look, I will put it in a caddy and turn corners with that, man.
How,
I
how,
sure
how
would.
many?
I'll be
How
out there in a
many?
big old Fleetwood with my cool, hey, rolling with my left hand out the window with my cool between my fingers.
In the fuzzy dice on the mirror.
The
Yeah.
further dice, yeah, with my 8-track playing the Isles.
Man, he rolling around in a boat.
Yeah.
How many groups can still continue after almost every member
It's past,
dies?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Intro. When the
because
last time Intro put out an album? They can't.
Yeah.
Same with the Bee Gees. When the last time Barry Gibb put out an album?
Oh, yeah. The
they ain't
BGs are
staying
better,
alive.
by the way.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're one of the very few groups that can still put out music even after all the other members are passed away.
I understand, man. I understand. I just don't. I don't see what the talent is with them.
You don't see where the talent is. I just compared the Ozzy Brothers to Next. How do you not see the talent?
No, I see. Y'all got me. See, y'all got me portrayed as a hater right now. I feel like people think I'm hating on the Ozzy. I don't hate on the Ozzy. Man, I got
You just said the Ozzy Brothers are Vanilla Ice.
I wish they were as good as Vanilla Ice, bro. They
You're
made
No,
crazy. Vanilla Ice with one hit
see,
record. One
man.
hit record.
one hit record, Ice
You're
Ice
crazy.
Baby. That was
I
wild.
I think Freezie got broken up to an Isley Brothers song. He carried it ever since.
Me?
Yeah.
Nah, bro. Nah, man. The Ozzy Brothers, bro. I promise you, when y'all go back and listen to the Ozzy Brothers, you're gonna be like,
Mm-mm.
yo, this man was right, bro.
Nope.
All these
Nope.
songs is exactly the same. Had a
See,
formula, and
see,
Nope.
they perform in
you gonna have to see
yeah.
now. You gonna have to go over to X, go over to Twitter, and then had to put some of that on, just to prove the point.
Bro. You gonna make me vomit all over this brand new white beater, bro? I
Yep.
just got this white beat out the pack, bro. So come on, man. I just got it out the pack.
Yep.
Oh,
I mean, I just got the white beat out the pack, man. You gonna make me
Man.
Ozzy Brothers, bro?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Nah,
Come
man.
on, Freeze.
Man.
Come on,
What we
man.
what we doing, man?
I could name 10 R&B groups in the 90s and not better than them. Portrait, you think
Dude.
Portrait is better than them?
Moke and Steph ain't better than them.
Yeah, come on.
You said
That-
Moke and Steph
And
better
Steph
than
no
Isley?
not better than them. I mean,
You said not. Okay.
Is
You
Groove
know,
Theory better than them? Is Groove Theory better than the Ozzy Brothers? With
I
one
think
great album.
I think they're the same.
What?
I think they're the same, bro.
They're the same.
Yeah, I think
But
they're
what Groove Theory got one album. How are they the same?
bro.
Wow.
I'm talking about the same. I'm talking about the same style of music.
No, they're not. They're not the same.
No, that's two different kinds of styles, Freeze.
What style is Tell me what
Groove
style
Theory
the
was
Ozzy
more hip hop
Brothers
soul.
without saying what style the Ozzy Brothers without
They-
saying smooth?
Ozzy Brothers is not hip hop soul.
What style is the Ozzy Brothers without saying smooth?
They're R&B.
Lay R&B, laid
They're
back
soul
chill.
music.
Soul.
So wait, Ron Ozzy is a
Break.
They're
Hey,
soul music. What do you mean? So what are they? They're not
Ron
rock?
Ozzy is a soul singer.
Yes, he's a soul singer.
James Brown is a soul singer.
Okay,
James
him too.
Brown had a song where he said please do the whole song for 6 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay.
The Ozzy Brothers ain't pulling nothing like that off, bro.
There's more than one soul singer. It wasn't just James Brown.
Al Green is a soul singer. Is
So is
Al
Aretha
Green a
Franklin.
soul singer?
Yo, Freeze is funny. Oh man.
so you telling me that the Isley Brothers didn't contribute to the population?
Only the ugly babies.
That man he will find a way.
You ain't gonna back me in, bro. Only the ugly baby is gonna be like, yeah, my mom and daddy, man.
But hey, ugly baby still contribute to the population,
They pay taxes.
and we all beautiful in God's eyes.
Yo,
The Ozzy Brothers was so great that you had the Beatles take one of their tunes and do it over. Twist and shout.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Beatles.
The
They
Beatles.
didn't do that with everybody else.
Yes.
Kiki
Good
Wyatt
one.
redid an Angela Winbush song.
You comparing Kiki White to the Ozzy Brothers?
Oh, wait a minute.
Kiki White?
You said Kiki wanted to Angela Winbush?
Wow.
I think we gotta relax. See how everybody see how the hairs on the back of our neck standing up.
No,
Like,
I'm just
yo,
saying.
this is why I feel defensive, bro. All I said was Kiki Wyatt redid an Angela Winbush song. That's it.
Okay.
Kiki
So
White-
Drew Hill,
Kiki White,
Drew Hill
yeah.
did How Deep Is Your Love over? What a Bee Gees record.
Yeah.
Yo, the Ozzy Brothers are mid, bro.
Oh my God.
The Ozzy Brothers are a vending machine ham sandwich, bro. That's what they are.
Just say you don't like the Ozzy Brothers.
I already said that like a million times.
Hey, try. Hey, now you used to watch wrestling, right? Growing when you were little.
Yes. Yep. Still do.
So right now, Freezie is being the heavy. He's
Mhm.
being the heel.
Yeah.
And he's trying to play us for the bait.
I'm trying to see which heel is he trying to be though. Is it Triple H or is it Macho Man?
Nah, we going way back.
Way back?
Way back. Oh yeah, we
Okay.
going further than that. See,
Okay.
we ain't no See, you
Magnificent
going.
Morocco. I'm gonna beat Snooker with a belt. I'm gonna pull up my
Yo,
Freezy, you just can't say none of this in public. That's kind of stuff that could start fights at the family reunion. You know what I mean?
bro. Legit. So my
You know
family,
what? You know what, Chris? That is true. But you know, you got Uncle Elroy and Leon to get into it over some
yeah,
Isleys.
yeah. I'm telling you, bro. Try, would you please try as my witness? Try, would you please tell the distinguished panel that I am a lover of the music in general and love a lot of acts, whether they have 2 albums or 20 albums. Y'all know
yes,
this.
Everybody but the Isleys.
Everybody but Ozzy's, they mid as fuck.
Freezes compare them to the mold on bread.
Bro.
he said Vanilla Ice.
Bro.
Vanilla Ice, who would even rapper?
Wow.
Yeah, anybody so respect to the soul singers like Bobby Blue Bland, right? Soul singers, like real soul singers that's singing about the heart of the city, right? They're singing about stuff going on. Salute to singers like Marvin Gaye that's singing about something instead of saying, "Grew with you."
They did Fight the Power. What you talking about, Freeze?
Oh man.
So salute to Joe Tex, James Brown, Sam Cooke, soul singers, right?
I know what it is. I know what it is. I got it. I got it now, Freeze. I got it. I got it now. Freeze, you can tell. I know what it is. I know why you don't like the Isley. It's because of Ronald Isley and what he did to Angela Winbush. I got it.
Allegedly.
That's what it is.
Allegedly.
That's what it is. There we go right there. It took me. There you go. Because you don't go that hard. Hey, man, you going harder. You going hard to paint like you Sean Kemp back in the day. You going hard to paint like you Antonio McDyess. Before you broke the knee.
If I could, true story. My uncle threw a beer at my nephew. Now, when I say nephew, I'm not talking about like a little boy. My uncle is older. My uncle about 90, and my cousin, who is his nephew, is about 7 years. So he about 64, right? I guess it was about when the Mr. Big thing first started.
Mm-hmm.
All they wanted to play was that Mr. Big, like, tell me where you been. I don't know where I've been. All that, boy, you like, what is this? What is this mess? And my uncle was like, man, turn that shit off. And I was like, oh, this is, my uncle didn't want to hear it, bro. He like, yo, this is garbage. The whole Mr. Big thing. He like, yo, this is trash. And I'm like, but this is everybody. My uncle legit took an old gold can and threw it at my cousin Big Daddy, bro.
Threw that old gold there.
The older folks that grew up on the Isleys when it was all the members, and when they look at Ron Isley now as Mr. Biggs, they're not gonna like it like that. They're not gonna like him like that.
Yeah,
it's like, but if I grew up on Eminem as Slim Shady era, and then he starts doing mumble rap, I'm not gonna like that either from him.
Bro, I'm saying, I'm gonna just let y'all in on something. So, I'm black. I'm an African American, right? My family is they say Haitian, but I know we Nigerian, right? We think about stuff like that. We like a strong, like a weird strong, like my uncle don't waste nothing, right? Nothing. I seen that dude wipe his nose in a handkerchief and put the handkerchief back in his pocket. I'm like, you ain't gonna put that shit in the washing machine? Like, no, I ain't great with. Ain't nothing wrong with this handkerchief. I just wipe my nose.
This is like somebody washing paper towels and hanging them out to dry.
Bro, that same uncle, I saw him throw a full can of Old Gold at my nephew. That man wastes a whole beer at my nephew, bro, over Ron Isley. Bro.
Thank God you can't throw no beer at us.
Yeah, because and this is the origin. Because I was like, the Isley brothers ain't never did nothing to me, right? I just don't play them. They just not my cup of tea. I don't hate them. I just don't play them.
So
It's like it's
so
like
if you want free tickets to see the Isley Brothers,
He ain't
you
go.
gonna go?
Nope.
no, I ain't gonna see this. It'd probably be so empty. They probably invite me on stage, bro. Man, I ain't gonna see that mess, bro. But it's like
Hey,
how
welcome to the
it's like
stage.
how y'all hate in Vogue,
Welcome to the stage,
I don't hate
Uncle
In Vogue.
Freezie, aka a pound of beats.
bro.
I ain't
It's
never
like
said I hated In Vogue.
it's like how y'all hate it every time we
We
talk
don't
about.
hate In Vogue.
Who hate in
Every
Vogue?
time we talk about
Who
the
hate in
greatest
Vogue?
female groups of all time, we keep talking
What you
about
talking
Escape.
about?
Escape.
Who hate in
Nobody
Vogue?
hates In Vogue.
Oh, I got this. I got the sense. So I'm not gonna.
No.
I'm not
Hey
accused. I'm not
man,
accused.
hey, that Mets hat may be a little too tight.
Bro,
It's affecting your hearing. Nobody
Man,
like, hey
dude.
man, hate in Vogue. Come on, man. That's when you say female groups that made when female groups made the comeback. In Vogue was the head of the line setting it up. They the one
Yeah.
kicked the door in to make the resurgence of female
Yep.
group singers, or female groups.
Yep.
Besides, they had every. I remember, hey, back in '88, '80 from was it '89, '90. Man, all those girls running out getting those black dresses that En Vogue had. They were trying to get something similar to that. They too busy trying to do the hold on to your love dance and all that. Come on.
see. I love In Vogue, but I also remember all them female groups from the '80s, like Sweet Obsession. I love Sweet Obsession, bro. You know what I'm saying? I love Ex Girlfriend. All them groups that don't get no credit, but they so stupid. Man, I love.
They were good, but En
What
Vogue just kind of they blew out they blew the
they were
front
underrated
door.
for a reason, Unc.
Yeah. I know.
Some of them wasn't good.
Mm,
You
I
can
don't
catch
even
them on a
remember Sweet
feel
Pocono
you.
Obsession.
tour.
huh?
You can catch them on like a Pocono tour or something like that.
Yeah. The Isley Brothers will be opening for
Oh my God. No, they're gonna be the headliner.
them. Yeah. The Isley Brothers out here opening for Sweet Obsession.
I don't even remember Sweet Obsession.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
remember them.
Yeah, hey, they good, bro. Like people don't remember Juicy, right? People don't remember Patrice Rush, barely remember Patrice Rushen and Shannon and Evelyn Champagne
What
King.
I only remember one Shannon song. I don't remember nothing else she dropped.
Let the music play.
Wow.
Let the music play. That was her hit song. What else did she drop after that?
Shannon?
Yeah. And I have the
Um,
record. I don't remember nothing else she dropped after Let the Music Play.
you might be right, because don't no song come to my mind. I just remember the vibe.
Exactly.
No,
So some of these artists are underrated for a reason.
no, I get it. Now I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm
Shannon had that was more nostalgic because of the time and the
yeah,
song, that one song that she dropped, and then too what made it was that would come on, and if you were pop locking and breaking, that was one of the tracks you
Right.
got in on.
Right.
right, right. No, I feel you, because Shannon was a star in that post disco era, like when disco was
Yeah.
dying, and that thing of it ain't quite soul, but it's like the morphing into real R&B, like radio R&B instead of
hmm
funk R&B.
hmm
So I understand where you going with it, but let the music, man, let the music play. That was my jam, man.
Yeah, but if we're talking top tier women groups all the time, why would they mention a Sweet Obsession if they only had like one hit or Moke and stuff? We talking about top tier, so we talking about TLC, En Vogue, SWV, Escape. You know, those groups. Destiny's Child late in the late '90s.
I feel you in terms of popularity. What I would say about TLC and Escape, and maybe it's fair, maybe it's not, right? think the producers and writers drove the act as opposed to them ladies standing on stage and performing, showing their true talent.
Well, they actually had talent. I've seen some of these groups in concert. They actually have talent. STLC, SWV, Escape.
Oh, SWV ain't in that category, bro, with them. To me,
Where they at?
SWV is in the category with In Vogue and the Supremes.
So
That's why I
yeah,
have
I think that's
SWV at.
so that's saying you saying they're in the higher echelon.
I think that's high for them to be in on the same tier as the Supremes. I think that's high for SWV.
Yeah, I think SWV is
They
better than the Supremes.
they got hits, but it's like they really, if you really look at that group, they're really led by one singer. The other
Right.
two didn't really sing like that.
Yeah, because of Coco.
They can sing though. They can sing, man.
Well, what about damn it, Escape?
And all four of them sing.
Them dudes
Yeah.
are alright, bro.
They all right.
He said them dudes.
Yo.
Oh, he's so disrespectful.
I think we gotta. I'm just saying we gotta relax, bro. We gotta relax because we thinking like a hit song means talent, right? I mean, Bad Mama Jamma was a smash. Anybody remember Bad Mama Jamma?
Yes. Call Colton.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Mama Jamma.
Mhm.
The song
Classic record.
itself is a smash. They could have got anybody to sing that song, right? Anybody remember the dude Junior? He was in the R&B.
Yeah. Take
Oh,
your
yeah.
time,
Mama
young
used to say.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nobody remember him when he was in an R&B group. They had songs all over the radio. Nobody remember him. But when he did when he went solo and put that one joint out,
Well,
people
he
remember
didn't
him.
stick out in the group. Ricky Bell to me has always been underrated in New Edition, and it took
Yeah.
BBD for him to come out in the forefront.
Right. This is what I'm saying. I mean, that's what I'm saying. But BBD had a distinct sound. Like they was totally different from
They were
everything.
hip hop smooth out on the
Mhm.
R&B tip
Right.
with hip hop pill.
Yeah, and no disrespect to people that do music in that sense, because you got to be talented to do music, right? Just to get to a point where somebody will sign you to a record deal, you got to have talent, right? What I'm saying is when we get to a point like where we got the Isley Brothers up here in this like category, or Escape in a category where it's like, because I love Candy, right?
Mhm.
I love Candy. I don't think they let the light skinned chick sing as much. I don't know why that was the
Tiny.
case. Yeah,
Yeah, Tiny.
She needed to sing more.
yeah. I don't know why they didn't let her
Well,
sing.
that's because they had Latasha Scott. Latasha Scott and her sister
Right.
won. They
Yeah,
can
the
blow.
sisters can sing too.
Yeah, especially Latasha Scott.
The sister though, the one with the little head sister, the one she bro, bro, I promise you, they don't call the tiny. Yo, Fritz, why did you, Fritz? You see how disrespectful these dudes are, bro. These dudes so disrespectful, bro.
I'm weak, dog.
So
I'm weak.
you know the other sister look like dudes, bro. That looks.
Oh my
I'm
God.
weak. I'm weak. I can't breathe, bro.
Come on, man.
You gonna have me over here like Wycliffe talking about somebody call 911.
Escape is a good group. I don't think they're as good as SWV or the Supremes or In Vogue.
I think they're better vocally than SWV. They had, because of their feuding, they didn't get a chance to come out with a lot more music.
You talking about as an escape?
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
talented. Like the fact you can have all four members can sing lead vocals. That's a lot of those other groups, even the male groups, couldn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, so Freeze, you think what about 112 or the Islands?
112.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, 112. 112 has some albums, bro.
they do, but how many classics they have compared to the Isleys?
Man,
They ain't got a lot.
The Osleys, man. I think, yeah, the Osleys is alright, man. They the
If there was like a best of album for the Isleys, it would be like a triple disc.
They have a greatest hits album.
It has to be like a triple
be a
disc.
maxi single. Nah, the Osleys, they just not it, bro. It's too
Oh,
there are
man.
too many groups. Like we saying, like I ain't no lie, and so now y'all done pushed me to the limit with the Osleys, bro. Now I gotta fight back, bro. Like legit, we don't even talk about groups like LTD because we talk about the Osleys. Like the whole conversation, we ain't mentioned the OJs one time, right? We ain't talking about P Funk, right? We ain't man, come on, man. And the Ohio
But you brought up the Osleys though. We didn't bring the other groups up.
man, the Osleys not better than needed, bro. They not just because you
We-
can.
I automatic. I like it, it's kind of like a no brainer. They're like grandfathered in into greatness. Like
Yeah.
they was great before I was born.
Exactly.
Bro,
They was
the Osley brothers are like the Mitch Richmond of the GOAT conversation.
Wow.
Like dudes out here talking about Kobe and MJ and can't be like, yo, what about Mitch Richmond? I mean, yeah, he could score, but this dude ain't impactful.
And Tracy McGrady was? He was a scorer. He lost in the first round every time he went to the playoffs. Why is he in the Hall of Fame? Let's go there.
See, that's like the EPMD conversation, bro.
Oh my God. You're comparing Tracy McGrady to EPMD.
You know I love EPMD, bro. But they just didn't sell. That's the Tracy McGrady.
But a lot of groups didn't sell, and they Tribe Called Quest went platinum like what, once, and they in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. I know. I'm okay. Okay. All right. So the Isley brothers are Mitch Richmond, bro. Or if you compare it to food, then the Isley brothers are Hot Pockets.
The Isley brothers the Isley brothers are Memphis Bleak. The Isley brothers are Memphis Bleak, Funk.
Oh man.
Come on, bro. Why are you trying to make me jump out the window, bro?
Oh man, he said a hot pocket, man.
Bro, they in everybody's house, bro. You got to have hot pockets in case you run out of something.
Yeah,
No, you
I'm
don't.
just saying.
That's not even healthy for you.
I didn't need this.
He said a hot
No.
pocket.
You gotta have that once in the blue.
Bro, I'm saying, man, I don't want to be disrespectful to the Osleys, bro. I'm
Too
just
late.
saying.
You already been there.
It's too late. What you talking about?
No, I was disrespectful to Escape, and I shouldn't have been.
You said Vanilla Ice. You compare Vanilla Ice to the Ozzy Brothers.
Yeah, that right there. That's right there. Is
I'm
two lead pipes to the kneecap.
You know what?
Yeah.
The Osley brothers, if it's like a movie, they are like Juice.
Oh my
The
God!
movie-
And you don't like Juice, so we know.
When
You
classic.
don't like Juice.
Juice.
Yo, Juice is a classic. It is
Classic.
bro.
No, Fritz.
You don't like
didn't
Juice, though.
see. You didn't see what he said about. See his favorite scene in Juice is when Steel pulls himself up off there, gets shot and pulls himself over the wall.
3-foot brick wall, and he shot in the chest, and he climbing up with one arm.
He did not do all that.
But in the beginning of the movie, his fat ass couldn't even go upstairs.
Oh my God!
He climb a flight of stairs,
Wow.
right? But then in the movie, after he gets shot, he climbed a 23-foot brick wall by the park.
That wall was not big like that.
So he could get to the ambulance. Remember when he heard the ambulance? You like, yo, how did he even get on the stretcher?
Because he didn't want to die. He didn't want to die. He didn't want to die. That's why. If you're near death, a lot of things will make you do something.
Man, I feel you, bro. But that's the Osley brothers. That movie Juice. That's the
Oh man.
A classic.
You gonna compare Isley Brothers to PM Dawn or something?
Right. That's next. That's next.
That's next.
That's wild.
PM Dawn from Jersey City, bro. Let's go. Come on.
Oh my God.
Set a drift of memory bliss.
Yeah,
I bet if you take Ron Isley and put him in PM Dawn, they would sell right now. And they can't do no music without their leader.
They would sell what, socks?
They would sell the streams right
He's so
now. He said
disrespectful.
socks.
He said
Oh,
socks.
That's
Ron
crazy.
Isley as a lead singer is mid
He's not compared to
Oh, I
who?
can't. Yeah.
compared to Luther.
Compared to who? Ralph Tresvant or Ron Isley?
Ron Isley for me on that.
Ralph Tresvant or Ron Isley?
Ron Isley.
Ralph, come on, bro.
You're not picking Ralph over Ron Isley.
Bro,
Ralph ain't got the vocals like Ron Isley.
Are we taking New Edition? I mean, taking the Isleys over New Edition?
I'm taking Ron Isley over Ralph, and no, this is my favorite group all time.
Nah, man, we ain't. Nah, I don't know.
Ralph was not even the best singer in that group. It was Bobby and Ricky.
Bobby and Ricky, you not
Yes.
over Johnny?
And Johnny came later.
Johnny
Came later. Now it's Johnny and Ricky, but Ralph don't even hit those Candy Girl notes anymore. They got to switch up the key for Candy Girl because his voice is different now.
Yeah, his voice is different though. That was 50 years ago, dog. That man
And
was
Ron still got his voice.
and he was 11, bro, 12, man. So that man's voice ain't even changed yet. That's what we've seen.
Oh,
Remember the New Edition movie? Remember his voice changed in the movie after Candy Girl came out? But the Isleys, bro, nah, man, I ain't no. I saw my uncle hit Big Daddy with a can of beer over Ron Isley, bro. Come on, bro. What are we doing? Hey, this is too easy, bro.
He was mad. That's why.
Soulfinger, can you please, Soulfinger, don't let this thing go on too long, bro. So, hey, Soulfinger, come on, man.
What?
Can you save us, bro?
Okay, what?
Okay. Real talk. Are the Isley brothers better than the OJs?
No, I wouldn't say, but no. I just no.
You see what I mean?
It don't mean that they're not legendary because you're picking groups that's better than them.
No, I'm picking groups that people forgot about that are better than them.
But you the one that mentioned the Isley brothers. You didn't mention the OJs or LTD.
I look, bro. The OJs don't they have a song called "I Love Music"? Is that the OJs? I love music. Really?
Man.
I think that's the OJs. I think that's the OJs. Yeah, man. But there's so many groups better than the Isley brothers. I bet you. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to name 5 groups better than the Isleys, and if I get them wrong, then I'll admit I'm wrong. Right? The Temps, right? P-Funk, Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah.
Flying the Family Stone.
Mm-hmm.
The Ohio Players, the OJs, the Commodores, Kool and the Gang, LTD, Earth, Wind and Fire.
Naming out some good ones.
Yeah, man. The Delphonics.
Yeah.
Jersey City's own, the Manhattans. I think
And the Isley brothers.
Manhattan's the best.
That's when
Best show I've ever seen. No. They sung on my aunt's what anniversary?
Yeah.
Crazy. He sang R. Kelly and everything. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, they from Jersey City, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. A group that y'all sleep on that do the same type music as the Isleys, and I never heard y'all say their name. And I hope Reg is still here because I'm gonna throw this name out here, and if Reg don't know who this group is, I'm gonna hold Reg accountable. If Reg don't give me the thumbs up when I say this, I'm gonna go in every one of his chats and remind him of this conversation.
Wow.
Right? If Reg don't give me the thumbs up for this, for me saying this group, I'm gonna every time he go live, I'm gonna go be in his chat like Reg. You remember that time you said the Isley brothers was better than such and such?
Wow.
The group I'm talking about is a group called Surface.
You think Surface is better than the Isley brothers?
Yep. They do
No.
Same
They
type.
don't got enough hits like the Isley brothers. Surface? Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. Are you saying? Wait a minute. Did Reg didn't put a thumbs up? Oh boy.
He probably not even here.
Reg,
Probably not.
okay. All right. All I'm saying is every time Reg go live, I'm gonna go on his chat and be like, "Yo, you Surface." I ain't even gonna say what's up. I ain't even gonna say peace to the chat. I'm be like Surface. Y'all don't like Surface? Fritz, I know you like Surface, bro. I know you like Surface.
They
Bro.
okay, but I mean,
Surface was
the
on
Ozzy-
those like like when those 1-800 number by the city with 200 hits.
Yeah,
Like
just like the Osleys.
Oh God,
uh,
that's not the same.
Y'all think the
They,
Osley brothers are better than Surface?
yes, they are.
I think we might have to take it to the streets, bro. I think we're gonna have to take it to the street.
How many hit songs you think Surface got?
Did you know,
You gotta laugh, see?
Surface is a group they not gonna have like a bunch of hits. They're gonna be like the Osley brothers. They're gonna be top 20 all
They're
day.
not the Ozzy.
they're not
Nah.
gonna have a greatest hit CD.
Oh God.
See now Fritz trolling, bro. Now Fritz trolling. Now Fritz, Surface, you doing that to Surface, dog?
No, I
bullying
remember
somebody
a couple
you know
days
ain't gonna
songs.
hit back.
I remember a couple days songs.
Fritz is bullying somebody he know ain't gonna hit back, bro. Surface,
I don't know. They were a certain period of time and they stayed there. You have to get an 80s CD to listen to Surface. It can't even be a best R&B. It's just an 80s R&B CD. Greatest hits.
come on, man. So now we don't like Surface.
They okay. They got a couple of hits that I like, but over the Isleys,
Man.
You
See, now
you,
y'all-
you had to you had to be alive then to like understand. Like people understand Isleys even if you wasn't alive. It's
I think we
required.
got
It's required listening.
we got to take this to the streets, bro. I think we might.
nobody's requiring to listen to Surface.
We got y'all. So basically, y'all saying we got to take this to Twitter. I didn't want to go to Twitter because I wanted to but are we gonna have to have a versus?
They would lose. Surface losing already.
What
They
Reg,
lose already.
bro? You see what Reg put? Yo, the trolls is out, bro. Yo, the trolls is out, bro. And I never, bro. I ain't even listen. Listen. I know, chat. I already know what y'all thinking. Y'all like, yo, Uncle Freezie using his other profile as Reg. I'm not Reg, right? Me and Reg are two different people, right? And I know y'all always be like, yo, I ain't never seen Uncle Freezie and Reg in the same place at the same time. Listen,
man.
I'm not him, right? He got his own popping channel, and he do reviews on his own joint, right? He got his own popping channel that he got, right? Listen, Reg coming in trolling about freestyle. Look at this, yo. You know this is a troll, bro. Freestyle Unity is better than Surface.
Yo.
Come on, man. Soul Finger, what we doing, man? What we doing, bro?
Yo.
Surface. I tell you what. I tell you what I'll do. We could do a versus 3 Osley Brothers songs of your choice versus 3 random.
I only know 3 Surface songs. I don't know nothing else.
You see what I mean? You see the trolling is just relentless, bro. The trolling is relentless, right?
Oh man.
All right. Try. You want to do this? You want to take it to the street? You want to take it to Twitter?
No.
Just
Nope.
real quick.
I
Then
think Ali Brothers got more songs that I know than Surface.
bro, did you hear the last 200 Prince songs?
Nope.
Yeah, I heard any of them songs that Prince had in the.
You comparing Prince to the Osley Brothers?
Huh?
You comparing Prince to the Osley Brothers now?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so unfair.
Who we think is better, Prince or the Ozzy Brothers?
I think Prince is in a different planet than Osley Brothers.
Different
Right.
stratosphere. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Prince is his own planet, and the Ozzy Brothers are a trash can. The Ozzy Brothers, bro, like what we even talking about? Bro, what we even talk? This is like Allen Iverson in practice, bro.
Wow.
Like what we even talking about, bro? Practice?
And I thought I couldn't stand next. I think your hate for Osley Brothers is beyond that.
Nah, I'm just I'm apathetic to, like, I don't care. It's just the Ozzy Brothers thing is like, I can't believe how y'all put them on a pedestal, bro.
Because we have tiers to this. Just like in rap, when people say top 5 or top 10 all time, and they put Nas over Dana Dane, nobody's gonna say Dana Dane because they don't think he was great like that.
I like Dana Dane though.
Yeah, he was dope, but better than Nas.
Yeah, I like Gucci Brothers, right? I like him and Slick Rick, right? But nah, Nas is my. I don't feel like Nas should even be in this conversation with the Ozzy Brothers, bro. Like,
I was making a you just mentioned Prince to the Osley Brothers.
no, I mentioned Prince's 200 songs. Those last 200 songs that Prince had
Right.
in the vault, and then you listen to me like, you know what, Prince, you should have left them things in the vault, bro.
Wow.
And I'm Prince fan number one.
Crazy.
I'm
Yo.
Prince fan number one. Right? Like, and there's no bigger Prince fan on the planet than me. Right? Like when y'all first met me, I said if Prince and Michael Jackson was on the island and somebody had to swim for help, hey Mike, put this cap on so you won't mess your curly kid up.
You're crazy. Ain't no way.
But
Michael can moonwalk over the water.
but try that. But you remember us having that conversation, right?
Yep.
Like me putting my stake in the ground for Prince is what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like my opinion on it is whether you agree with it or not, but that was my stance, is what I'm saying. That's
Yeah,
what
I love Prince, but I think he probably has some classic stuff in the vault waiting to be released that's better than his last couple of albums. Because I wasn't a fan of his last couple of albums.
yeah.
After Musicology, it was like hit or miss for me with those releases.
And
Yeah,
truth be told,
he got a lot left.
Yeah,
I think he got a lot left.
he got a whole bunch that we haven't heard yet.
yeah, but truth be told, even, and I'm gonna just get away from the Ozzy Brothers conversation, man, because I feel like the oxygen is leaving the room in here. But even that early Prince, though, you were like, ooh, maybe.
What's early Prince to you though? What do you consider? Like you talking about like when he first started?
Yeah, I'm talking about 1980 Prince. Like some of
So
it, you gotta kind of be like,
I love this early stuff. It's the '90s stuff that when he was doing those albums to complete the contract with Warner Brothers that a
yeah,
lot of people don't care for.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think Prince was in a. I think what the best song Prince ever did was Raspberry Beret, and I know people disagree with me on it, right? But I think the picture he paint with his lyrics is what make the song great, right? Like when you just think about when you envision what that man is saying, right? I was working part time at a five and dime. My boss's name was Mr. McGee. He said he didn't like my kind because I was too leisurely. Like he painting the picture, like
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And you like, yo, this right here is something
Yeah.
because it was different from him using innuendo about the Noonie because he already got like 5,000 songs about innuendo about the Noonie, right?
Right.
He calling the Noonie everything. What he call it? He call it starfish. He call it little red Corvette. He call it all kind of. He like look, Prince like to drive a little red Corvette. I thought he liked the color purple.
He was a
No,
little bit more than just about the Noonie.
I know, I know, I know, I know. I love Prince, bro. Well, what I'm saying is when he is in that great for instance, a song I think is his worst song ever is "Darling Nikki." People hate me for saying
What?
that.
Yo,
I,
crazy.
I don't think Dawn and Nikki is the worst.
His worst song ever? No.
I think Dawn and Nikki is the worst song to ever come out on Warner Brothers.
Wow.
I think Warner Brothers right now is like, yo, if somebody got fired over that song, bro.
Even though it went like 10 million and it's Diamond, that's crazy. No, he has worse songs than Dawn and Nikki. That's not one of his worst.
Just my opinion, bro. I like Take Me With You better than that. I don't care where we go, just take me with you. Like
that was good. But you had Apollonia who couldn't sing that was on that song.
On which song?
On Take Me With You. She was singing on there with him.
Okay. That the Beautiful Ones is a slept on Prince song. It might be a top 10 Prince song, but it's slept on. Right. But Dawn and Nikki sound like Oscar the Grouch and Big Bird was fighting, bro. That's what it sound like. Like it's changing paces and all this stuff. He like, what are we doing?
He did that with a lot of songs though. Computer Blue, he did that with that song, the tempo changes.
Yeah, and I like the tempo changes too. By the way, the Isley Brothers never do that.
Oh my God! Somehow it goes back to the Isley Brothers, of course.
Nah, it's the reason why I don't like them because they don't do the tempo and chord changes. As I've been saying the whole time, like
but there's other groups that did the same thing.
Huh?
There's other groups that did the same thing as the Isleys. So what is it about the Isleys that stood out compared to those other groups that they didn't change up their tempo?
These other groups are not being considered the GOAT. That's my whole thing. My whole thing is the Isley Brothers are mid. People saying they're the GOAT.
I never felt like they were the best group all the time. I feel like they're one of the best groups all the time, but not the one.
I don't know.
Who's saying that they're the GOAT though? That like who's saying it?
I've been hearing that forever. But try, you almost got me, bro. I have a strict no snitching policy, but you almost got me, bro.
I'm asking because I'm like, well, who's saying? Because I'm not hearing it though. Who's saying it?
Okay. Fritz, what you think about Prince, bro?
Wasn't a huge fan. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I grew up, I thought he was just kind of weird.
Ooh.
But a lot of people,
we all did.
But I know, but a lot of people love him. You know what I mean?
My homeboy said The Weeknd is better than Prince.
Who said that?
Ooh.
My homeboy said that.
Your homeboy said his Weeknd's better than Prince? Wow.
Yep. And then when he said it, I was like, hey, oh, wait a minute.
He's not better than Prince.
It is pretty good.
No, that's a crazy take.
It's a crazy take, but
I love The Weeknd. He is not better than Prince.
It's a crazy take, but what I'm saying is I can understand where he's coming from.
Does he love drugs? he just might like just getting high all the time.
Man, we love Rick James, bro. We love Rick James.
Well, there you go.
So just real quick, I wanted to just talk about the other topic real quick to see if y'all can help me process a thing. And first, I want to say thank you everybody for coming through and hanging out with us. We're going through a thing with a name change, a rebrand, because it's necessary, not because I wanted to do it. Is y'all can't find us. Y'all search for we and you can't find us, right? Like legit, y'all look all over the place for us and y'all can't find us. And so it's like this thing of, do we stay hidden, right? Or do we put ourselves out there so y'all can find us and rock with us, right? And so I have been talking to the fellas about it for months and months, and y'all know how I love the name Vibes and Stuff. Y'all know how I love the name. Because Vibes and Stuff, it sums up everybody. It's like a vibe and stuff at the same time, right? But in order for y'all to find we, it's a thing like you just got to put yourself out there. So Echo and Essence is the joint that was recommended. We're gonna go with it, even though Vibes is a thing. So, hey, Soul Finger, you ready? Can you hear me? So Soul Finger may have stepped away. I'm gonna ask y'all. Um, the place where you are today, did you plan on getting this to this place where you are today, or maybe 30 years ago you envisioned something else, and somehow you either made it to a place of success, but it's not the successful place you wanted to be, or are you kind of um, maybe not running full speed towards the goal you set when you were younger?
I feel like I was destined to do, things with music in it or entertainment, because I was always drawn to entertainment and sports and you know um picking up sports and arts at a young age, and that's how my mom kept me off the streets. And it's been my life. Like, I've always wanted to be a part of, entertainment and arts, and I feel like what I'm doing now, I'm happy with it. And I feel like there's so much more that I can do. There's so much more to go. Like, I'm just beginning. I don't feel like this is my ceiling, and just it's easy for me to do it because I've grown up in it, and I feel like it's gonna get better every year. But I don't feel like I'm not at the successful point where I want to be. But I feel like that's gonna take time. It's like nothing is overnight. And I think with every year that I keep growing and doing this, I think I'm gonna definitely reach my goal, and people see the potential in
Right. Right. So what's it gonna take for you to get there though? Do you have a plan?
my plan is I have like a 3 year plan. Like, I feel like if I can't reach that goal in 3 years, then I'm gonna just step away from it. But I feel like in 3 years, I can get to where I want to be, and be successful with this and my platform. And it's always been about putting out great content first and foremost, and leaving a legacy behind where if I drop dead tonight, people can go back and watch the content that I put out and be like, yo, like, Try was a real one. He was so smart and so thorough in what he talked about, and that means more to me than anything else, because I mean I can't take money with me when I'm dead. I can only enjoy that now. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's deeper than just being rich or having money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a fortunate life anyway.
Right.
A lot more than others, and I feel I never thought I could in this age that of social media and how advanced the technology has become, that I was even doing this. But I knew I wanted to be a part of music and or at least the industry in some type of way. Like 20 years ago when I was on street teams and promoting different artists with different labels, I was happy with that, and they wasn't even paying me. They were just sending me free stuff in the mail every, and I was content with that. But for me, it was bigger than just working in the industry and making money. It was actually like, let me help my favorite artists be successful, because if they successful, I'm successful, and I want to see them actually make it because I love their content that they were putting out. You know what I'm saying? And we've come a long way from street teams now, and I feel like it's a business, and there's people can be successful at this, and I feel like I definitely can be one of them. And that's what drives me. That's what drives me every day, is to be successful, and at the same time still put out great content for the young generations coming up, and giving them that knowledge that they can't get at a Yale University or Howard University. You know what I'm saying? So who better to teach them about their culture than somebody that actually grew up in it. And that's what drives me.
Okay. Okay. Man, that's a lot, bro. Wow, that's a lot. That's heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Man. Fritz, what you thinking, bro?
Um, man, I know as a young person I was very ambitious. I think my parents tried to get that out of me because I was like ambitious.
Right.
I would just say I thought I would be in my like domesticated era around this time, like 45, kind of just chilling, relaxing. But I think around 31, I kind of figured out, you know, I kind of got told some of the issues I was going through were going to be permanent. So I had to pivot. Like I know it was going to be a struggle from then on. So we kind of are where we are. I think my original plan, um, spend a few years abroad preaching, doing that for a few years, come back home, buy a home, and just kind of chill after that. And I never got to like, I'd done like the vacation thing, but I've never done like I really wanted to. So I don't know. I'm the only one in my family, like between my siblings, who haven't like taken like a few years out and you know gone to Africa for a few years or
Wait, y'all
like
Nigerian?
no, my sisters like they went preaching like Africa, Dominican Republic. They did like 10 years. Like they're
Wow.
doing good. Like they're doing good. They came back home. The youngest sister got married. So, but yeah, I kind of regret that I didn't do it. I should have done it when I was younger. Should have done it when I was like 19 instead of trying to wait into my 20s and try to do that kind of stuff. So, should have done it when I was younger. So,
Right.
yeah.
Man.
But
Coach, you
like
good,
right now, it's just about like
Salute.
doing the best I can, especially. But when it comes to like kids, I encourage kids, you know, about what to do
Who's that
when you're younger.
faded?
Hey, coach.
What's up? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
So I'm really like, if it comes to like a kid, I'm gonna tell him kind of how this grown thing go. Like do it when you're younger. Do what you thought you're gonna do when you're older. Like because that time just may never come.
right?
Yeah.
time flies, baby.
Yep.
Bro,
Us cats that in the 50 club,
yeah.
it just seemed like yesterday I was yelling at the TV at Charles Smith to make a layup.
That was
I mean, that was it seemed so.
that was last night. I can't help but predict it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to since y'all shared, I'll share to try like my thing is when I was younger, I knew like I had I think I don't know if you call it a calling or what
Right.
or what it was, whatever it is, right? Whatever it was, but it was like I knew something was different about me. Like you back in like when we was growing up, like Jersey City, everybody talk like they in a trash can, and I'm like 7 years old, and I'm talking like Bryant Gumbel or whatever, and people are like, "Yo, where that kid from?" He's like, "Yo, he from up on Van Nostrand." right? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So I knew there was a weird thing. I didn't know what it was, right? You know what I'm saying? And I knew I had like a memory, like I can watch something, and I'm not saying photographic. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I can watch something and replay stuff in my mind in real time. Like we be in science class, I could just think back to what I saw and just write down the answers on my homework, right? Or
Mhm.
whatever it is. And so I thought I could like parlay that into something special, like maybe be an attorney or something like that when I get older. But the older I got, the more I realized people around me was poor, like legit poor. Like when a loaf of bread, I remember when a loaf of bread went from, and this is don't laugh at me, y'all, but I remember when a loaf of bread went from 70 cent to 85 cent for this thing called Wonder Bread, right? Wonder Bread went from 70 cent to 85 cent, and legit people would cuss Poppy out like a dog when they go to the Mama, I ain't pay no, I ain't pay no 85 cents for no goddamn bread, just cussing Poppy out. But Miss Ruby was selling it for 85 cent, right? Adele's was selling it for 85 cent because the price of a loaf of bread was 85 cent.
Right.
And that's how I knew we was poor. I was like, yo, 85 cent, we tripping over a dime and a nickel. Well, that meant something. So from then on, I was like set on making money. What kind of goal do I have? I don't have a career goal. I have an achievement goal, right? That's what I wanted to be. I wanted to be a millionaire. And so I was like, in the hood, I just want to be a millionaire. I remember Reggie Jackson would sign a contract with the Yankees. He's making $1 million a year. That man check had a one and 6 zeros, but not 5 zeros, not 4 zeros, not 3 zeros, 6 zeros behind it. I remember that man made so much money you had to put 2 commas on his check or whatever it was in my mind. And I knew I wanted to do something. And so I chased that, and I always feel like I'm behind, right? I always feel like I'm behind, like I've never been that, right? I remember three years ago, 3 years ago, every few months I would get like a check. It'd be like 5 digits, and my contemporaries would be getting checks that were like 6 digits, and I always felt like I'm behind, like D, why these dudes making 6 digits and I'm making like 5 digits, and most people would just be happy to get a check, period, right? Most people would be just excited about the fact that they have the opportunity to make money. But my thing has always been, even right now with vibes and stuff, even with Lawrence Tears. Lawrence Tears is at like 20,000 subscribers. I feel like it should be at 150,000 subscribers, right? Vibes and stuff right now is at 3,000 subscribers. I feel like it should be at 200,000 subscribers. And it's not a thirsty thing. It feel like, if in a sense, I feel like regardless what I do now, I'm never good enough, right? Like, how can such and such do this thing and Uncle Freezie can't do this thing, even though I put in maximum effort for all these things, like work a full-time job, run 2 channels, have all these other things going on, and you could be adequate at your job, right? But then the thing that is your passion and the thing that you're good at the same time, like how Fritz has NBA Economy Show, which he's good at and has a passion for it. He can thrive in it. And like I feel like I'm always behind, trying to catch up. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And not in a self-doubt sense, but in a trying to figure it out sense, if that makes sense to everybody. Like, I don't doubt
Yeah.
myself what I can do, right? I'm trying to figure out why what I'm doing is not working, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's why when people say, "Hey man, you gonna hit the button?" Yep, I'm hitting the button. Yep,
Mhm.
yep. I'm always gonna be grinding, grinding, grinding. Plus, there is that African Nigerian part where if you're Nigerian, you got to have 7 jobs. You just got to. Right. Fritz, you wouldn't know nothing about that because you
Oh
American
no,
Yankee.
like I told you, my 20s, like I I wish the lesson I learned was like when to give up, like when do
Yeah,
you. That's the lesson I wish early that I learned, because
yeah,
like some people, no matter how good you are and how much better you are, you're not gonna get the job. Like you're not gonna get the job. You're not gonna make the money because they don't like you or they don't value you.
right,
And that's
right.
the kind of thing I wish I learned, because I went to a company like within probably a year. Like I knew and they knew that I was like one of the best people in the entire company, a large company.
Right.
But like you don't play nice with people who ain't doing right.
Hmm.
You ain't turning your head when you see certain things.
Right.
But I don't know. I guess it's kind of some arrogance where it's like, no, I'm gonna overcome this. And honestly, I really shouldn't. I should like, you know what? It's time for me to leave.
Right.
So that kind of thing, I would work 100 hours a week, 100 hours a week for like on a regular basis.
Between these 3 things here, Fritz, I'm doing like 100 hours a week. Like
Yeah.
2 years, but before I blew my knee out, man, I was doing the Knicks at Night podcast, the Knicks morning drive. I do like an afternoon mid thing while I was working, like 13-hour days in between appointments. You know what I'm saying? I had to stop using StreamYard in Zoom because sometimes I'll be getting my real name mixed up. Like you know, how you have your Zoom meeting or whatever, you use
Hmm.
such and such
Right.
and such, and all these things. And so yeah, so and I joke with Fritz about us being Haitian. Everybody,
Hmm.
the jokey joke part about. So, but yeah, and so Coach, it's this thing where I feel like regardless how much progress I make, I'm still leaps and bounds behind others that do it, and it seems to come to them easy, which makes
Yeah,
me want to just go outside and spit in the grass.
yeah,
How's this channel have? How's this channel have 70,000 subscribers, and it ain't nothing, right?
right. Yeah, like what did they see in them that they don't see in this? You know, like
Right.
because I went through that. I think a couple of things in my life. Like earlier when I first stopped playing football and I hung up my cleats or whatever, I I had already started, learning the bass guitar and music, and I was getting into rock and stuff. And me and some of my old friends, we formed a band, and we actually had some good regional success. You know, we started opening for bigger bands, and they came to town. We played at the Hard Rock in Florida and Orlando, and we started playing in some college places that are pretty big.
Right.
Anyway, long story short, we had an opportunity to get signed by a little record label called Wind Up Records. They had just started. They signed it. One of the first bands they signed was Creed, and another band they picked up was called Finger 11. You recall? I don't know if you guys know them bands, but at the time, our old band was
Things I
kind
live
of
in sound familiar. The Creed band, never heard of
yeah. Finger 11's one of
them.
they had that song "Porn Star Dancing." She dancing like a it's like a catchy tune, but they had a couple of their songs were more popular when they were around a while. So anyway, long story short, they were interested in us, like possibly signing us from our demo and all this stuff. And my our singer at the time was wanting to hold out for like a bigger record label and all this stuff. And I was like, bro, man, we could be like a big fish in a small pond. Like you go to them bigger record labels, and they don't have. They got to spread their resources out to everybody.
You wound up being Thelma Houston.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
You Thelma Houston on a label with Diana Ross.
Yeah, like how many artists have we found and we talk about that are like when we start to talk about the greatest bands or singers or whatever and groups, there's all these ones like you find like, man, how come they're not more famous? Because how good they were, or how good they sang, and just sometimes a record label decide to push this product and not this one. So long story short, we argued about this and we waited and waited. And we had a lot of people, like we were kind of like a Creed sounding, band. So like it was pretty popular we were doing pretty good, but we had creative differences. Like our drummer's brother was a DJ in Tampa, like a hip hop DJ, and they wanted to bring him in and start getting into the rap rock stuff, like Linkin Park and Limp Bizkit. When them bands started getting popular back then, Rage Against the Machine.
Right.
I was like, man, I don't mind. Like, we can do it. I mean, I don't mind the style, but I just think it's gonna pass, bro. Like, it's gonna be a fad, and really, it really was. Like, the only band that kept really popular was Linkin Park, and they got away from like the rap side of it. Like, they kind of did more traditional rock sometimes,
right.
When they stayed famous. But it's just, that's just my little band story. Like, like you're talking like in that field, anything in entertainment, whether it's music, acting, social media like this, like YouTube. Sometimes it's a formula. Like, well, number one, you got to be pretty good. You got to be pretty entertaining, or got to have good content or whatever. But some of it's just luck, man. It's just like this lightning in the bottle thing, or just paths cross at just the right time. And, you hear stories about, I'm sure you guys know about that Mr. Beast guy, right? Like,
yeah.
Like his dreams was like since he was a teenager, like he wanted to be, and he grinded. He was like for like 2, 3, 4 years, he had no videos, hardly any content. I mean, he had no like viewers. And now he's like the richest YouTuber in the world, bro. This dude's having game show, but his game show was fire. I don't know if you ever saw it.
Bro,
It was good.
He's something.
Yeah, and it's not like, I mean, I guess some of the idea. I mean, he did some stuff that was crazy. Like he counted to 1 million live and kept it streaming. He did stuff like that. Like maybe we got to do something like name every Nick ever from the beginning and just name it. Stay live
until we out of breath.
Yeah.
We passing out. What about your personal stuff, man? You any personal goals you felt like you set when you were young that you achieved, or maybe it's still a little bit out of reach?
Well, after all the little like dreamy things like fizzled away, like we all have dreams like I want to be an astronaut or fireman, when we're kids, a football player. Like I always knew, like I was blessed. Like my parents were together my whole childhood. They're still together now. Bless them. Bless their heart. They're in their mid-70s right now. They're still going strong. I always knew one day, that's, a lot of times whether we try to or not, we're a reflection of our home and our parents. Like we're influenced by it one way or another.
Right.
So the institute of marriage and family, to me, was always something I knew I wanted to. I wanted to carry on my family's name and legacy. Because I was it was just me and my sister. All my dad's brothers, only 2 of them had children, but they had girls. So like the family name was on me. I had to keep it going. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So because my dad had a son, it was me. So I carried on. I got married finally when I was like 28. That's kind of late for back when I got married. A lot of people get married in their early 20s, mid 20s back then. I kind of wanted to figure some stuff out.
Right.
And I got my 2 boys, that carried on the last name. And I always felt like I was never fickle about marriage. Like I knew I wanted to stay married and get through the tough times and, never give up easy. But unfortunately, that didn't stay together. My ex had a different idea, unfortunately. Not to talk bad about her, but, she just had a different upbringing, So I always thought I was going to have a cohesive together family at this point, but then I totally derailed my path, my goals in my life, Now, it's not like my ex and I stopped being parents to our boys, but
right.
when you get divorced and both parents stay involved with the kids, and you do the every other week thing, and all that stuff, it's like I technically only, from when they were 13 or 14 years old, even though I was a part of their life every day, even when I didn't have them, like I only had them half the time I normally would, during the time when they were becoming men, and that was hard because when you're raising a couple young men, you always want to, especially during that, we all know that time when them teenage years, bro,
You gotta be present.
Yeah, boy, things can go off the rails, man, quick.
Fast in a night.
Yeah, and the thing is, luckily, my older son, I was involved in his, because I coached him in high school with football, and he already had a vision, and luckily, I instilled some stuff in him that he stayed on that path.
Right.
And he's still on that path. He's in college now playing. And then my youngest, he did more of the entertainment route, which he's actually going to be moving to New York City, hopefully in September. He's thinking about going. He's going to try to pursue, theater career and all that stuff. And that's something, for both of them, like that's been their, that when you become a parent, I don't want to live vicariously through my sons or anything. I just want them to achieve their goals and their dreams. Like that becomes my personal achievement. Like when I know my boys.
Yeah, let me ask you something. Let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you a question on that point.
Yeah.
And Fritz, if I overstep, because I'm gonna say something from the Sounds of Blackness, right? I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound real black, right? It's gonna sound real black. And I'm gonna ask a white guy, which is my brother.
Yeah.
And then this is just a thing. This ain't got. This is it's a culture thing and not a race thing.
Right.
But it's gonna sound like a race thing, everybody. When you were being raised, Coach, was your family supportive of you, encouraging? Like, hey, yeah, you can do it, Coach. You want to play running back? You can do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that my parents, I mean, they even not only when I was a kid, like my dad, from when I was born till probably about I was a freshman in high school, he always, well, at first he was an 80s dad on Long Island. When he was burning the candle at both ends,
Working.
he was working a lot. He worked for New York City Sanitation Department,
Right.
and then he worked in the bars at night as a bartender.
Right.
So he was grinding, so he wasn't always around for my little league games and all that stuff as
Right.
much. But when I got to high school, he started being like really involved and like during basketball season because when we moved to Florida, he was like a manager at like a convenience store. It was called Little Champ. I don't know if you ever heard of those stores. They used
No.
to be called Huntley Jiffy store. They were called. But anyway, he was a manager of one of those, and he used to always make these little. He used to get these little paper bags and put treats like candy and snacks, and he used to make them all for the basketball team before we got on the bus to like an away game or something.
Right.
He used to hand it to all of us when we got on. Everyone always, they got all about you. Where's your dad, man? I want that goodie bag.
Right.
So like, it's almost like he started making up for it because like he wasn't around. Like he like was really extra. He used to film the games for us for the coaches. He was the camera guy. So sometimes when you have the playback, you're yelling, what the hell are y'all doing?
Right.
The coach had to use some mute him sometimes. But yeah, and then even when I started this band thing, like we didn't have a lot of money and we needed to buy a demo. And my parents, they didn't have a lot of money, but they believed in me and they liked what we were doing. They used to come to our little concerts. They actually helped pay for our 4-song demo when
Right.
we got it mastered in the studio. So long story short,
Yes,
man,
they were
my
super supportive.
parents were super supportive, man. I can't complain at all.
So this is where the sounds of blackness come in. Right. So coach, because I want to continue that, but I asked a question to get to a thing like legit as an American black man, my parents were the opposite. Right. My parents were like, I remember getting a 99 in science. Right. My parents, they struggled through school. They made it, but they,
Mm-hmm.
I remember I got a 99 in science as a 6th grader. And my science teacher was like, hey man, this kid is pretty smart. Y'all got to do something with him because I can't keep up with the way he is processing stuff. Right. You remember this thing called a lesson plan? Remember how they used to have the lesson plan planned out like weeks in advance or whatever?
Yeah.
And so I would always be like a week or two ahead on the thing. Just like, hey, just give me the sheet. I'll do the sheet at home. Because I grew up as a kid. And so okay. Basically where it's at is, I don't know if it's all black families, but during my era, the parents were not supportive in that way. They were more like making sure you survive.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to, like I'm no lie, hand to the man, as I think I was 10 years old and I made the little league all-star team with 11 and 12-year-olds. So I was like 10 and my birthday was coming up. So I could play with the 11 and 12-year-olds. And we were getting drugged in the all-star game. And so Coach Reggie put me in the game because he had to play. If you made the all-star team, everybody got to play. Right. And so we were losing. I think we was losing like 4-1, right? True story. We were losing 4-1. Coach had put me in left field. I was a shortstop for my team, but he played me in left field for the All-Star team. And so we were losing, and then it started raining, and our coaches was like, please let it pour down so we can postpone, so it could be a rain out so we could play the game again, right? It just kept raining light on and off, light on and off, light on and off. Right? And so he put me at the bottom of the lineup, and he's like, man, just get these outs so we can get out this damn rain. Well, their pitcher, started walking everybody, right? And so his son comes up, and his son wants to be the hero. It's one out, bases loaded, right? And I'm on deck, right? So he look over me, the coach. I never forget the look on his face. Coach Reggie look over at me. He's like, "Shit, what you doing here?" Like, man, I'm on the All-Star team, right? I made it. I'm all right. He cut. Like, God, Uncle Freezie. He look at his son. Like, hey, son, just hit a home run so Uncle Freezie won't have to hit, right? So,
oh my God!
But this is back then, and he was smoking a cigarette at the same time, right? This is like 70. Whenever the Bad News Bears first came out, it was around that era, right? So his son come up and he strike out because he trying to hit the ball. We in Jersey City. He trying to hit the ball all the way to Connecticut, right? Trying to be the hero. He strike out in the rain, 2 hours, right? I get in the batter's box, and Reggie, and Coach Reggie, no lie, he comes to me and says, "Hey, Uncle Freezie, anything close, lean out there and get hit. Take one for the team." Right?
They pulled that one on you.
I tell Reggie, I'm like, "Mo, you crazy as hell." This is me. This is how we should talk back in the 70s, everybody. So if the language is offensive, this is just how the 70s were. Like, Reggie, you crazy as hell, but I'm about to be a hero. He like, you about to be a damn sandwich, hero sandwich. This is how we used to talk, right? So the pitcher, a dude named Shake, we friends to this day, right? He rears back and throws a fastball down the middle of the plate, coach. I don't even see it. I don't even see the ball. That's how fast he throws. I don't even see it, right? Cool, right? I'm like, okay, he got me. Right? Reggie's like, "Oh, Freeze, he called me, anything close?" Like, shit, you crazy motherfucker, bro. I'm about to damn.
I let that fastball hit me.
Bro, I'm about to damn hit a home run and eat a whole bunch of Tootsie Rolls, motherfucker. You crazy. This is me. And everybody that knows. Tootsie Roll is like a candy from like back in the day. People might not remember what Tootsie Roll is, whatever.
Chocolate wax.
Right, but what we used to
trash.
Yeah, basically what we used to do is take a whole wad of Tootsie Rolls and put it in our jaw and spit like Major League Baseball players because it used to look like tobacco juice. Right?
We need to do an old candy tier list.
So we need to. Coach, I got a wad of Tootsie Rolls. I'm trying to just cut. And I'll spit, like
yeah.
Like I'm dipping or something.
Why is he spitting brown?
Yeah, right. And so, man, Shake rear back and throw a fastball, bro. And I swing so late, like the catch is legit standing up, throwing it back by the time I finished my swing. That's how late I was. The umpire cracking up. And so Reggie said, "Time out, Blue." And so, and he like, hey, and umpire's like, "Hurry up and get this kid out of here, man." So I'm double paw, right? This is what they said, because they know I'm a strikeout, right? They know I'm a strikeout. So Reggie is like, "Man, you better not embarrass us. I'm taking anything close now." Because I was batting ninth. And so that means if I get hit, we score a run, and then our leadoff man come back up, and we might be able to win it, even though this team better than us. Right? Shake gets in the box. He rears back. He throws a ball, coach. I don't even see it. It's like right on the outside corner. The umpire's like, "Ball one." I was at tears in my eyes. I started crying because I thought I had struck out. Right? I don't ball strike. I'm telling you, I didn't see it. It was on the outside corner. Blue calling the ball. I thought it was a strike. I started crying. I just lost the game. Right, ball one. And the umpire look at me like, all right, kid, now that was your chance. Now you better do something. Right? I look at Reggie and coach. This is I'm telling. I've been Uncle Freezie for a long time, yo. I've been Uncle Freezie for a long time, right? I step out of the box, right? And I don't know if y'all remember these cleats, but I had on a pair. My mother bought me some white cleats for the All-Star game, for the All-Star team. I had on these cleats called Spaldings. I don't know if y'all ever heard of them or
Yeah, I
not.
remember those.
But bro, I step out of the box and I look at Reggie and I wink like buckwheat. Y'all remember buckwheat from Little Rascals?
Yeah.
I look down there and give him like one of them hard winks, like, and Shake rears back, bro. And I start my swing. Shake goes a fastball, coach. I swing my hardest, and all you hear is bing. And no lie, Reggie's like, run, motherfucker! Right? He's coming me out. And I'm looking, I don't know where the ball is at, right? All I know is I swung my hardest at the ball, right? It's pouring down raining at this point, and we got on these ugly Oakland A's looking uniforms. We got on like yellow shirts and green pants and white cleats with the 3 stars on the hat or whatever. It's like, and they're like, run, Uncle Freezie, run. And I'm sprinting, right? And by the time I get to second base, the umpire like, hey kid, you ain't gotta run. Take your time, go around the bases. And I was like, what? He's like, take your time, man. We good. This game over. Right? And I'm like, what? So I legit don't know. I just swung as hard as I could. I hit a ball straight to center field. The center fielder, he probably could have caught it, but it's raining. So the ball goes over the fence by like this much, right? Center field, it goes by this, right? The center field can't make a play on it because he's trying to look up in the sky and it's raining, right? Ball goes over the fence, and I see everybody at home plate jumping up and down, throwing their hats in the air and all this stuff. And I round third base, and Reggie tried to give me that, and I was like, I told you, motherfucker. And I go back home. And Eric, this is how kids used to talk in the 70s, everybody. So if you're offended by it, I'm sorry if you're offended by it. But I stomp on home plate. These kids raise me up in the air, all this type of stuff. And my mother's like, what happened? Because she don't know sports, right? She don't know sports. Like, she's like, what happened? What happened? And they like, Uncle Freezie won the game. Uncle Freezie won the game. And so we get home. We got one of them bags, like what Coach said, like one of them goodie bags. But I don't know what how Coach them prepared theirs, but ours was in a brown paper bag. So we had a brown paper bag with fruit and candy and stuff in it. And so I come home with the brown paper bag, and my pops is in the kitchen frying leg quarters. And Fritz, I know you don't know what leg quarters are, bro, but basically what leg quarter is it's the leg of a chicken, but they keep it together. Coach Fritz be laughing at us, bro. Fritz is so disrespectful, bro. But my pops is in the kitchen frying leg quarters. They're making pork and beans, right? And so my little brother busts in the door. Hey Jim, Uncle Freezie just won the game. He like Reggie Jackson. And my pops legitimately is in there like, so what? You ain't shit. And, yeah, and I'm like, well, I just won the game. So what? All these bills we got right here, you talking about a damn. And my pops love baseball now. He the one that got me into sports. He's like, all these bills, right? Go get me a Budweiser out the refrigerator. Right? And I'm like, what? And my mother is like, you heard him, go get him a beer. And I'm like, wait a minute. On TV, when the little boy is the hero, the family celebrated. They ain't us. We black.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So Fritz, I don't know if that is the sounds of blackness for y'all. But
my dad was my biggest hater.
Yeah,
but he did it for different reasons. He did different reasons. He was a hater for being a hater. I think he just didn't want me to pursue. He didn't want me to pursue athletics. Like he didn't.
Right.
He wasn't in it. Like the way I put it is, my dad was an athlete. My dad was a soccer player. Small school. He was an All-American. Yeah. And then he but at the time, like right now, we have MLS. Like now we have a professional
Right.
soccer.
There was
Back
a
then,
pack. They ain't have
yeah,
nothing.
but they didn't have nothing. Like you could go to England, you go overseas, you go to Brazil, you could do all that, but you was not doing that in America. Like they have minor leagues, they have semi-pro.
Right.
So my
Well,
dad,
they did have the Cosmos and all that for a little bit.
yeah, but my dad's like kind of before that time.
Yeah, it
So my
fizzled out.
so my dad, he did a little semi-pro, and he found religion, whatever. And so he kind of like put it to the side. He would play a little bit, but he basically went to work instead of pursuing soccer. Like,
Bro, we black, like when you black, bro, you don't really get support. Like I'll say this, coach. How many times we've been on Lawrence Tears and you've been hearing us beg people to hit the like button?
Yeah,
all the time.
Hey man, come on, man, just hit the like button, man. Man, I hit the like button last month. Bro, it's free.
yeah,
It's free.
yeah.
Right?
So
And I'm sorry, go ahead, bro.
no, so as a kid, like a lot of people, like my dad played like upstate. He played in like Poughkeepsie. It's like one of their only. It's their only championship team. Is when he played in college. So at growing up, people say, "Yo, your dad nice," or "I know your name because of your dad."
Yeah.
And that kind of was, but my dad didn't teach me soccer. Like I knew the basics because my dad would coach time to time. He would coach some youth kids and stuff like that, but never. But as I grew up, I was very athletic.
Right.
So I would like kind of get into sports.
Did they support you doing your YouTube stuff?
Nah.
You
I don't.
mean?
My dad. No, my aunt. But you gotta understand my dad. My dad was like, in his mind, like, ain't nothing could be better than you being a preacher. Like, ain't nothing better. Like being like in sports or being fit. Like as a child, very very smart. I really didn't take school seriously, but I was really good in school. Like if I wanted to become a lawyer, I could become a lawyer. Like like I've taken pre-college courses and they're like, hey, this is something you should pursue. My parents is like, don't you dare be a lawyer. Like that's kind of like they didn't want me to be famous. They didn't want me to be rich.
Bro,
That's very weird.
This is what it is.
This is weird. Like for a lot of people, it's like, yo, like they didn't want me to do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, see,
so when it came to like high school, like basketball, at first I went to like a vocational school, so it wasn't that great of a school. But like I would play in gym class, and they'd be like, "Yo, you have to play for the team, bro." And then, or you play baseball, yo, you gotta play for the team. Like, and my parents was like, "Don't you dare!"
Right.
They was like, "Don't you dare!" But I even got to the point where like I would play like little tournaments or my dad's job picnic. I remember I was I was doing it, and my dad's like, nah, and I tried so hard.
Right.
And literally someone
So your
stepped on my
parents
ankle.
support you in some stuff, but not everything.
No, they just not with like sports and stuff like that. They wanted me to be a good student. Like, hey, we want you to be a good student.
That's an island parent thing.
Yeah.
We want you to be a good student, but we don't want you to be like a lawyer. We don't want you to be like,
right.
You know what I mean? You can get a regular job. Don't worry about it. And that's kind of how they are now.
Tree job.
Bro, I'm telling you, man.
But see what?
But
see,
at the same time,
yeah.
at the same time, my dad has his master's.
Yeah, but see,
and he's an engineer.
On the other side of the spectrum, the white cookie cutter family thing is See, that's where my parents I would feel blessed about is like my dad's family. They had a long line of good athletes, musicians,
Mhm.
so they they believed in that side when I, and nourished it. But like my ex-wife, her family, no offense, they had they had one not they didn't have an ounce of talent in them at all. Like it was not like in there. Like it didn't. That's something that didn't seem like a reality to them. That's like to them, the real world and life is 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, the white picket fence, two
Ugh.
kids, a regular job. You know, they didn't realize like, and that go to college. The kids go to college. You know, they think that that's what normal everyday life is. And if you have an affinity as an athlete or a singer or a musician, or if you're an actor or anything, that was like a pipe dream to them. That's like, oh, you have no chance in that. I'm like, maybe you don't, but these kids might.
My pops told me that. My pops
Yeah.
said, get all that stuff out your head, man. Because my pops
Mhm.
worked at the Ford Motor Company for 30 years. My
Yeah.
pops like, man, get all that stupid shit out your head, man, and go get you a job. Like he legit wanted me to like walk off the graduation stage and walk straight into a textile company, work a machine for like 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That's what he wanted me to do. Like, nah, man, go get you a job and stay there 40 years. And so my pops passed away in 2003. But the only time he said he was proud of me was when my son was born, and my son wouldn't stop crying. And my son jumped out of his arms and came to me. And he told my son, he's like, man, I'm real proud of your daddy for having you. Like he ain't all the other stuff, the business school stuff, the military stuff, all these different man. I boxed. I used to get my face beat in, body beat up, all that stuff, man, for like 7 years. I used to fight to make rent money, right? Like legit rent be due in 2 weeks. We probably be short about $150. I'm boxing, right? I'm my pops told me he was like my bro. I came home in my military uniform, right? And I stood in front of my pops, and my pops was like, "Man, you in that white man army, you ain't gonna be shit, because I wasn't never shit." And my pops told me that to my face after I graduated from basic training. And so I knew it was some sense of love in there somewhere, right? And I didn't know if he just didn't know how to talk to people or whatever, or if that's how he really felt, right? But what it did though is it kickstarted something inside of me, bro. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna prove this. I'm gonna prove his ass wrong, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be something.
Mhm.
That's why when everybody like when stuff be down, like I don't care how bad the odds look, bro. I ain't never quitting. I ain't never giving up, bro.
Mhm.
Because I ain't ever got the reinforcement at home to know that home was a safe place. You know how like you can go out in the world and get beat up, like you get fired from your job, or you didn't get the grade that you got, or you broke up with your girl, and you come home and it's at home you can get some kind of peace and loving. People can nurture you, can care for you. I come home, it'd be worse than what I saw in the street.
Mm.
So like that never like I never had that sense of relaxation. And the funny thing about it is I really didn't get that sense until I saw my kids one time in the yard chasing butterflies and shit. Like they legit out there with like the bubble maker, coach, the bubble thing you wave and the bubbles come out and they
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
bubbles trying to catch the butterflies and stuff. And I was looking like,
Mhm.
did I make it? Did me and Miss Mocha make it?
Yeah.
Like I looked around and there's cars in the driveway and the house we like upstairs this and downstairs that and whatever it is, whatever your success level is, I'm not comparing mine to it because everybody's level of success is what they feel in their heart, right? But I looked around, I was like, did I make it? And nobody told me? Because I never knew, like legit, I never knew what love was. Like I never knew, like, because my parents, my mother still to this day, like when the word love is like, and no disrespect to her, right? But she only, and my pops, he passed away 22 years ago, right? Right? 22 years ago. And he said it on his deathbed. Like I was watching him die. Like, you know how you well, I don't want to get too graphic, but I knew he was gonna pass away in an hour or two, right? And he grabbed my hand. He was looking at me, man. He was like, man, I'm sorry, man. I love you, kid, man. I'm sorry. I should have did things. Hey, man, it's too late for that now, bro, because my whole life and all that stuff is we reinforced the thing. And then now it's like every time me and coach talk, every time I talk to coach about like Lawrence Tears, I'm like, coach, I want to dominate everybody on the internet, bro. And I want to be number one. I know we can be the best. Ain't nobody gonna outdo us, outwork us, no nothing. All that come from
Yeah.
that thing, like that. Is it negative reinforcement? Is that what they call it?
I don't know. You know what? With my parents, they didn't know when to back off until I actually did something bad, and then it was like, oh, that negative talk like really do affect him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we just trying to make him harder. You know what I mean?
But for what though? I don't understand it. Why black parents feel like they got to make you so tough, bro?
I'm like, mm-mm.
I
After that,
mean,
my parents is like, they laid back. They kind of laid back. It's like, okay, we can't just can't kill him every second.
Yeah.
well, there's a fine line between tough love and just being an asshole, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no license to be a parent.
Right.
There's no. I mean, yeah, they have made some books and manuals about it, but who the hell's reading them things?
Right.
Like, I remember when my first son, my ex was pregnant, and we got that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting, when that came out, all that, like, it was in the bathroom, and I would thumb through it when I was on the toilet, like, it was some good stuff in there, but they never talk to you about the first time you get a call from the teacher, and
right,
he called some other kid a gay, or like, how do you take care of that? It's just, you learn, that's something that, unfortunately, something that's died in this country is, like, in the workplace. It used to be you can go into a job and get an entry level position and learn on the job and work your way up and get somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Nowadays, they don't do that no more, bro.
Nah.
Like, you're overqualified and underpaid. Like, you got to get a college degree just to get your foot in the door in some kind of job sometimes.
Yeah.
And you just a peon. Like, we want a person with experience, but we want someone that's highly educated. It's like, well, someone's educated, they ain't got experience yet because they've been in school. Yeah.
Right.
So, like, there's this weird thing that starts happening, this cycle of, and it's the same thing with parenting. Like, you just kind of learn on the job. It's just as you go. Like, I made mistakes with my first one a little bit, that by the time my second one came along, hell, I didn't even.
And you're expert.
Yeah, like he didn't. I didn't even worry about half the things that happened with him.
Oh man!
But unfortunately, he got all my older son's hand-me-down clothes, and you know, and like I remember when my first son was born, I was so involved and in the room. I cut the cord, you know, all that stuff. And like my second son was born, it was kind of a planned thing because my ex had some complications because I had big ass kids.
Yeah.
And she had a C-section, so like it was like a planned one, you know.
Right.
But we had a softball tournament that weekend. I was in men's softball league, and we wound up winning the consolation. Well, we got in the losers bracket because we lost.
Right.
But we wound up winning like 3 straight games, and we got back in it, you know.
Right.
And so we made the finals, and you know they needed me, and it was like Josh is about to be born, and I'm like, I gotta play in this game.
I'm on second base.
I was pitching that game actually, you know. So like, man, but I brought cigars to everybody though on the team. Like as soon as the game was over, I went in there with my softball uniform, all clay all over me, all dirty. You know, I saw them.
Right.
But you know, the thing is, back to that. You know, I've had parents. Being a youth coach, right? Like I've run youth football league, and when you run a league like that, any youth league, whether it's little league, baseball, football, soccer, whatever, you know, you got a team of kids. I will give, you know, some moms and parents nowadays, they too involved now. Some of them, good Lord, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like overboard. It's almost like a thing that's happened to like you, like Freezie, like they had parents that were maybe absent or they were negative or whatever. And then they're like, I'm going to make sure I'm old. And all of a sudden they become parents that are like helicopter parents. They too involved.
The lottery ticket kid. They feel like they kids the lottery ticket.
Oh man, yeah.
And especially like where I was living, you know, in Southwest Florida, like Fort Myers, Naples area. Man, these kids all think they have a chance because Uncle Sammy, Uncle Dion, Uncle Javon Curse, you know, Uncle Edrin James, Uncle Jalen Watkins, you know, Styles G. White, you know, Greg Spires, Ernest Graham. I can keep going, you know.
Right.
So to all these kids, where a lot of kids living in America, it's a dream to play football, NFL, or play NBA or whatever. But to them, it seems realistic because they got all these dudes that that's from around there that made it. So like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna make it, you know. I'm like, no, you ain't.
In my town, it's kind of like a thing because in my town, we have a lot of like NFL players who come through, and not only that, our like school system is geared towards sports. Like, our high school team, like we have an AstroTurf field, we have like a whole stadium. Like the state championship is at like in town.
Right.
Like we have like one of the nicer stadiums, and like that school, like they push athletes. Like when I was in high school, athletes didn't have to go to class. And this is high school. This is not college.
Right.
So I mean I would because I had 2 gym classes a day because I had time. And I would play against like a NFL NBA prospect. Like honestly, like yeah. And these towns, like they gear you toward this. Like from middle school, you don't have to. You kind of geared to be an athlete, and you kind of live that life if you want to.
You know, and the thing is, you know, when you start having that mentality, and then all of a sudden, you know, a lot of them that's come back, like Noel Devine, I don't remember him.
Yeah, running back from West Virginia.
Yeah. Like he came back, and like a lot of them dudes when they come back, if they don't try to coach a little bit at one of the schools, like they're really involved in like because they all have young ones, and they start coaching in the youth football and stuff, you know, and then that gets all big because ex NFL guys and you know one of the coaches, you know, it's like a big deal, like, and then so like all of a sudden all this hype goes on and like one of the things they started doing in Florida in high school, they passed that school choice thing where it's just like NCAA transfer portal. They got transfer portals for high school now.
Yeah.
Like these kids are switching up high schools, and man, it's gotten so bad that on social media, I see transfer portal like posts with youth football kids. Like a kid's going from one organization to the other, bro. And he has a little, and it actually says transfer portal on the thing, bro. I'm like, what are they promoting? They're like promoting this stuff, man.
Hey y'all, I gotta wrap up here, man. And man, I gotta be on the clock at 8. And so I gotta wrap up here, man. I do want to say though, a few things. First, the Osley brothers are mid. Secondly, to have everybody on the screen at the same time pushing the channel. Again, just to reiterate everybody, I never wanted to change the name from Vibe to Echo and Essence, but I had to because people wanted to subscribe and they can't find the channel.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm going to make a theme song sounding like Ronald Isley now on purpose. Echo and Essence.
Oh my God, bro! I almost threw up on my shirt just now, bro. This white beat is brand new, bro. I just took
We're here for you.
Oh my God! But hey, thank you everybody on X, and thank you everybody on YouTube, man. The conversation was great as usual. I'm gonna try to schedule a joint maybe for Saturday night so that we can rock, and along probably try to schedule a couple more Lawrence Tier shows this week. We'll see how that go. Thank you, everybody, man. The guests, man. Panel, man. Y'all been great as usual, man. Thank y'all. Peace to everybody watching, y'all.
Yeah. This is vibes and stuff. Check it out.
We're diving in with a welcome high. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride.